Hello, hello. So we are back with another live stream. Coke Benny, Eris Player World. What's up? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Camp? Good to see you guys. Yeah, man. So we got a lot to talk about. It's been quite the week, and yeah, I actually have everything written down as far as my notes. So I'm prepared tonight. As far as the things, you guys are always welcome to send me any topics that I can cover, on the show in the Discord. So you guys are more than welcome to do that. If you guys would like to join the Discord, be part of the community, you can always join it in the description of the video. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to jump into the first story. This is actually going to be we're going to cover the, what happened. So Marvel Rivals had a little bit of a mix-up, well, not mix-up, but a little bit of a stir in their community with the Creator Cup that happened. There was a player that was recruited to a team of girls led by a woman named Cece, and his name was Kingsman, and he was pretty much like the top player of the team. He pretty much carried the whole team on his back on and when they were doing, their first little practice scrimmage, I guess you could call it. And there is this one character that is, I guess, not that good in the game. I don't really play it, but from my research and what I've heard is that Black Widow is not a good player to play as. And just in terms of, like, I guess she's more of a sniper, but she's more of a DPS character basically. And if you have, like, I think the player that was playing her that only wanted to play as her had like 200 ping. So it was really tough to work with her, and she was not wanting to move off this character and try anybody else. So it caused a little bit of a controversy within the team, and I'm not going to say much more than that. We're going to jump right into it so we can see what this is all about. But yeah, make sure if you guys are finding me for the first time, my name's Camp Hustle, and yeah, I like to react, and I also like to bring on my community members, and we can have a little chat and stuff. Teen Toast McGhost, evening, Camp. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, I mean, I'll probably open up the Discord later, and if you guys want to jump on stream, we can have a little chat. I'm always open to that. So let's go ahead and get into the first story. All right, so this first video is going to be by King Salauta. This is basically toxic Marvel rival streamer has lost everything. This is talking about Cece, basically. She's just got completely flamed online, and yeah, the whole Marvel's community basically united against her. And yeah, Black Widow. Coke Benny came back. He said, Black Widow has always been useless in movies and in games. Well, it always kind of baffled me, her character, in movies and stuff, and how she can, go up against, the armies of like Thanos and all that stuff, and how she would even stand a chance. And it just always seemed like she was always in, the scrimmages with the lesser powered monsters, I guess, the ones that can't just lift you up and snap your neck, it always seems like she was always, relegated to other fights where she had other people kind of supporting her. So, but in this game of Marvel Rivals, I have no idea, how bad she really is. I think it all depends on the player and the strategy around it. But as far as I know, she's not a good overall player. And if you are a person that is a one trick on her and you just don't want to, you're too stubborn to try to learn anybody else, then yeah, your team is probably going to lose. Because I mean, if I'm an old school COD player, so I'm all about, communication. And if you can't communicate with your team, or you have somebody who's bringing down everybody, then yeah, you're surely going to lose. But yeah, this story actually, it spread pretty far and wide. The Atlanta Hawks actually tweeted about this, and this was one of the, I think it was a tweet and also a TikTok that they did. So it says, how Kingsman felt after watching his old team get destroyed in the Rivals tournament. Let's jump into it.
That was the official Atlanta Hawks TikTok page making a video regarding the Marvel Rivals $40,000 tournament drama that's been happening right now. It's actually gone worldwide.
Taking souls for free. Welcome to the stream, sir. Yo, sup, Camp? Good to see you, man. Glad you could make it. Yeah, we're just starting off with this little story that happened earlier in the week, and Cabos, he actually, I believe he's the one that sent this to me, so he wanted me to react to it. So I'm gonna doing him a favor. We're going to knock this out, and then we're going to get to the main event. So, but yeah, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. You finally made one.
Wide at this point, it's left the Marvel Rivals niche community. So there was a creator tournament being held by a Twitch streamer and NetEase with a prize pool of $40,000. And one of the 8 teams, Team CC, had a ton of drama.
So you got CC, Big Puffer, Kingsman, Zaza Stack, Lucy Yasa, and Casey Dilla. I mean, you got 4 girls on your team, Big Puffer. I mean, that's tough, man. It's like, I mean, if I were to get on like a COD team, whatever, and I had like 4 girls on my team, it's almost like, damn, dude, this is going to be tough to like try to tell them, try to give them like comms, whatever, and try to tell them what to do. It's going to be tough to even have that conversation like, hey, we all need to lock in, okay? Because this is ranked. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to de-rank myself. A lot of these girls are going to probably just reunite, the sisterhood and stuff against you. And yeah, there's really nothing you can say to change their minds. It's just kind of like, the unspoken understanding of, being a male gamer out here. You get in a group of girls, it's going to be tough to have your voice being heard.
Regarding them, one of the players on the team, Kingsman, really wanted to win the tournament, as the money from winning the tournament would have helped him a lot, considering that he was a college student with little money. He was suggesting things that the team could do to make their winning chances higher. Like, he was telling his team to swap some heroes around so they can make a better team composition, because they had a player who only played Widow and wasn't really good at it. He had 34 kills while his Black Widow couldn't even get 10, let alone get a positive KD. The players on his team bullied him because he actually wanted to win the tournament.
So this is the infamous clip, the 050. Let's check it out.
Okay, guys. Pace and point proven right now.
All right, so this was just a scrimmage. This wasn't the actual contest, but as you can see, Kingsman has already had 18 kills. He's had 2 deaths and 1 assist, whereas Zaza Stack, who's playing as Black Widow, has 0 kills, 0 assists, and 5 deaths. So obviously the weakest link of the team and the most stubborn of wanting to stay on Black Widow.
You understand?
No, well, you've been making me feel like shit. Of course I'm gonna
How do you not see the problem right now?
Wait, first of all, it's that ass Kingsman, like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, bro.
You're doing too much.
Lucy's not even on Invis. Second of all, you're getting value because
No. She shouldn't be dead.
Yes.
I'm getting value because I'm 1v6ing.
Hulk isn't peeling for you, bro. Yes, Zaza is 0-5, but we won the point, bro.
The gaslight is...
Yeah, you won the point because of him. It's like, it's like, I'm not even a Marvel Rivals player, but I can see the dissension and just like not listening to anything this guy has to say because he's obviously better than everybody and they're just salty, So it's like, there's no getting through to these people, whether they're a guy or a girl, If you suck at the game, you suck at the game. And, these girls, I don't think would have lasted in the old school Call of Duty 4 era, man, because damn, if we heard a little bit of a squeak in your voice, even if you were a young kid, maybe it was questionable, maybe you were a girl, maybe you were a guy, we were clowning you until you left the game. So, I mean, and of course, if it was an actual girl, maybe just tell her to get back in the kitchen, like all the stuff that, Myron is trying to push, like when he used to do his little Overwatch streams or whatever, it's like, that was how everybody was in the game, like you rarely saw girls in the game that were actually good. And, yeah, but these girls now, it's like, that's another thing. So here's a dynamic about it. So you got these streamer girls that, they play on Twitch, they have their relative communities and stuff like that. They're probably not hurting for money because of simps, okay? So $40,000 is probably not that big of a deal to them because the split is about $3,000. And, to an e-girl, that's probably not a lot, but to a regular, guy that's, trying to pay for college and stuff like that, that can help out a lot. And we always say that, there are girls that are online that, make money and stuff from whatever thoughterry they want to do, and it's kind of life on easy mode. So I don't really think they have that same type of fight in them to actually try to win. I think they're just trying to play for vibes and just trying to play for fun and just try to have a good time. They're prioritizing vibes over locking in and trying to win the whole tournament, which is a shame. Kingsman just got dealt a bad team. And it's unfortunate because, you know, he had high hopes. You know, he was like, look, if you want to play Black Widow, maybe we can, you know, work around that and try, you know, to do another composition around it. But the fact is the girls weren't willing to bend at all. They were just going to do it the way they wanted to do it. Can no man tell them what to do? And it fucked them in the end.
Actually Unreal, they're seriously telling him that he's getting all of the kills because the Widow is getting all of their attention? Are they stupid? The reason he has 16 kills is because he's the only one killing them. Imagine if she was on Bucky, Hela, or Phoenix. It would have been 10 times easier.
Why? Because they were hard. Like 4 people are dying here. That means 4 of their util, 4 of their resources are all spent on Zaza.
So you just wave those jacked
And the
hands of
supports.
yours around getting done.
And we win because they don't care about anything else. Like
That's not why it's
As
happening.
well as he's letting strap pull and going on inches, and then they kind of split, but we still.
Mind you, they were practicing for the $40,000 tournament that was upcoming.
This was the first and only scrimmage that they did. Okay. It was within this first scrimmage that all these problems happened. They didn't get to practice again after this.
None of them besides Kingsman was actually taking it seriously. Why would you play the worst character in the game in a $40,000 tournament? And
Because Black Widow's a girl and she probably thought she was pretty. It's just like, that's why she picked her. I don't think she was actually like good with her. Plus she was playing with 200 ping. So it's like, I don't know if it would have made a difference whoever she played with, you know, she probably would have been killed regardless of which character she had. But you have to be a good sniper to play with Black Widow, is from what I heard. And then Coke Manny came back. He says, "Is that Aquaman? I thought he was DC. That might be Namor. I don't know. I think it might be Namor because I think Namor is like the Marvel version of Aquaman."
on 200 ping, I forgot to mention that she's playing on 200 because he was the only one taking the tournament seriously. He would get booted from the team and replaced by another person. All because he just wanted to play the team and made...
Cabos came back. Cabos, welcome to the stream, sir. He says, "I heard someone's boyfriend on the team told her to kick him." Well, yeah, the boyfriend was a white knight. He basically put together a Google Doc and he sent it to the tournament director. And then the tournament director called up Cece, the team captain, and asked her, "Hey, I've been getting a lot of reports about this player Kingsman on your team, that he is, you know, maybe even bullying or whatever, not really, you know, acting in accordance of the rules of the tournament. I'm thinking about kick him. Is that okay with you?" Cece had all of the I guess the authority to say yes or no, you know, but she just said, "Yeah, okay. Who cares?" You know, like they don't care if they win or lose. So sure, kick him because he's being a meanie head. And, you know, they ended up, you know, to jump ahead, when the tournament actually went on, I believe they ended up coming in 7th place, and there was 8 teams. So I think they only won 1 game with the new player that was added to them. Air's Player World came back. He says, "Not about the style." Yeah, I mean, it's about the skill, you know. You got to play to your strengths, especially when you're in a team-based game, you know, and especially these types of games that have, you know, different classes and stuff, and they all have their different, you know, attributes and all that stuff. It's like people that are willing to be supports, you know, that are good at it, they should do it. And then people that are, you know, tanks, people that are good at, you know, aggressing the team and stuff, those are the people that are the point men. So it's just... everybody should play to their strengths, and there shouldn't be any ego involved, you know, and you should be flexible too. Like if you have everybody as tanks and you have nobody supporting, then you guys are going to be just killed just as quick. So you don't want to have everybody as a support either, because nobody's going to be able to make any kills. So it's like, you got to have a balance amongst the group, but people have to be willing to make it work, you know. But you get in a group of girls that don't want to make that balance, they just want to play and they just want to have fun, you know, and you're ruining the vibe by trying to tell me to switch off a different character. I don't know, man. It's like we're kind of already dead in the water. Okay, so Cheetos Ghost came with Namor is Marvel, Aquaman is DC. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Cookman came back, he's like, got it. I'm never good with heroes. Dude, I didn't really read any of the Marvel comics and stuff. The only thing I did read, I read Marvel Zombies, of course. I read Walking Dead, but I didn't really read any Marvel or DC. I just really kind of stuck to the movies and stuff, so, and the cartoon shows, of course.
Some suggestions to improve, and the response they gave for kicking him is actually embarrassing. Team Captain CC would make like 10 different responses to the situation, most of them that she would delete because they were that bad. I'm not gonna read all of it because most of it is
dude, she was typing novels out here, okay, like basically trying to get everybody on her side about it, and yeah, nobody was buying it because everybody saw the footage and the video that Kingsman uploaded. It was like an hour video. I watched it twice for my research. And from what I could gather is that he was basically the one that was being bullied by Cece and all the other girls, because whenever Kingsman would offer his opinion about, hey, we should do this, or maybe we can try this, or, try a different strategy, move things around and stuff and just see how it works. It's like, we're just practicing right now, They just completely shot him down. They were like, look, it doesn't matter what you say. We're still going to stay on our same characters and all this stuff. Just stop asking us to change. So, and then, he got a little frustrated at the end. He's like, look, I'm just going to go, I guess I'm going to hop off. I'm going to go play ranked and stuff, to get out this anger and everything. And then it was when he left was when apparently CC got the call from the promoter or whatever that she was getting, like, you have the choice to boot him off the team. Do you want to do that? And, that's what happened. So Coke Benny came back. He says, so CC agreed to kicking him because he was mean. This is why Myron sold women can't be in leadership roles. It's true, man. They were all acting off of like emotion, and they didn't care about winning. It was all about vibes. Okay. And Kingsman was ruining the vibe, being all aggressive and, and all that stuff. Camp, I salute you. I didn't think you would do your research on it. Dude, I told you I went down the rabbit hole about this, and every video I think that you had sent me, I had either already seen or I was about to watch it, or I was in the middle of watching it. But no, I watched the 1 hour video by Kingsman himself, the one that got, almost 1 million views. I watched that twice because I really wanted to, get back into this and not just, choose one side, whatever. I really wanted to see how the whole thing played out. And thank God they only had one scrim session between them to see and just see how quickly things devolved. So, dude, I'm an old school gamer, but still trying to work together with a team, in a team-based game, I'm very familiar with that. And just to see how quickly things devolved, I'm like, oh yeah, you got a team that doesn't want to work together, dude. You guys are dead in the water. So this was very interesting to me. And I know there was a lot of people actually that were outside of the Marvel's rival community that was talking about this, because it was such a big story, and it just kind of transcended the game. There were a lot of people that were in the community that were pissed off at CC and stuff, but there were a lot of people that are just on the outside looking in like, dude, I don't even play the game, but this shit's mad interesting. So I appreciate you bringing it to my attention.
Genuinely just a bunch of nonsense. Now the second half of her tweet is actually the most interesting part. Earlier today I woke up to 1,000 noties from the day before, and people had joined my server from Kingsman. I was having a panic attack and I just started experiencing them. So
playing the victim, guys, playing the victim. Poor me, okay? Like, I was having these panic attacks that came out of nowhere. Everybody was being so mean, over 1,000 notifications. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of people that don't agree with the way you handle things. You had the power to basically keep him on your team, because look, let's call a spade a spade. He was the best player on your team, okay? Now, this guy, he was going 200-300% KD, whatever. You guys gotta sometimes you got to put your ego aside and be like, look, we can't kick him because he is our best player. Maybe we just mute him, when the game's going, But no, you don't want to do that either, because you're gonna need hard comms, whatever. If you're gonna be in a tournament, you need to be able to talk. But no, dude, she was trying to backpedal. And then I think she did a few apology videos, like a follow up after the whole, tournament ended and stuff. She'd try to, save her career and stuff. But dude, by that point, dude, like nobody wanted to hear that. And Kingsman, he even said in his video. You know, don't go to Cece's chat or any of the other girls and stuff and like send them hate messages or anything like that. But by that point, it was too late, man. I mean, people had already made up their minds that, you know, he got screwed in the whole thing. And, you know, his reasoning for even wanting to be in the tournament was a noble one. You know, he wanted to pay for school and stuff. I mean, I think anybody can relate to that. And these girls that are, you know, these e-girl thoughts, you know, they're unemployed. They just play video games for a living and they suck. And, but they have legions of simps that will just donate to them. And, so they're not hurting for money, you know? So, there is a silver lining to this, but I don't want to ruin it. Let's just keep going. Oh, Eris Playworld came back. He's like, CC should realize how Black Widow is bad. Well, that's the thing. You know, you get attached to a character in a game and you don't, you know, you play it for so long and you don't take the time to learn anybody else. Or you're just stubborn, you know, you don't want somebody to tell you what to do. That was pretty strong with this one, you know? So I think it was the fact that she was just like, she had that ego, you know? She's like, nobody can tell me what to do. I'm going to play the game I want to play and you can get mad, but, you know, I'm going to do what I want to do. And, you know, she also had the support of the other team. They were just like, look, you know, just leave her alone, you know? Stop attacking her.
In my freakout, I said Kingsman lacked social skills because he spends his time playing video games inside. Wow, bullying.
Look, okay, if you're going to go into a $40,000 tournament, you want that guy that has the awkward social skills, that spends the majority of his time indoors playing video games, probably hasn't touched grass or kissed a girl. That's the guy you want, okay? Because that's the guy that you can depend on to carry your team. And, you know, it's unfortunate that he got booted before the tournament because we could have actually seen some of that play in action, you know? We only got to see that one scrimmage where he completely dominated, you know? I mean, he had a bad team, and that bad team did drag him down. So maybe they wouldn't have gone first. Maybe they probably would have gotten like maybe top 3, maybe top 5, whatever, you know? Because, I mean, shit, I've been in teams, you know, where, you know, you have to carry the team, or I've been carried. And yeah, man, it's one of those things that everybody just has to realize. Look, you just got to get good. You know, you gotta play ranked and you got to take your licks. You know, it's the only way you get better. You can't be playing for vibes, whatever. You're just playing for fun. That's fine. But if you're playing in a $40,000 tournament, there's a lot on the line. Okay. And when there's a time that you need to lock in and just, you know, but if everybody doesn't have the same mindset, it's screwed.
Someone and justifying it because you had a panic attack is definitely a new one. Also, she says he spends his time playing video games, but what does she do? You are getting paid because you play video games. You're not different than him. Also, the community notes completely destroys her because she was bullying him right after he got kicked from the team too. She was in the TikTok comments trying to justify it. Glazing Kingsman for what now? Y'all gonna lose. Kicked out y'all best player, lol. And then she says he did it to himself. Like, wow. Got your best player kicked from the team. Goodbye 40k. Hello, good vibes. Once again, 3k. And we got better players and vibes now.
I mean, you got better players, but you still came in second to last place. I mean, that's a little subjective. Cookmania came back and says, I remember when I first got fired from a construction job because I was making a lot of mistakes that cost them a lot of money. So I was rightfully fired. All the girls in my family are saying I should. Eris Playworld came back and says, Camp, I will have to leave. I will watch a different video. Oh, that's fine. I appreciate you coming out to the video. Thank you. Cookmania came back. He says, sue them for discrimination, but in reality, getting fired was my fault, and I take accountability for it. Well, you know why you take accountability, Cookmania? It's because you're a man. Okay, we can't just act like we're not the problem if we are the problem, you know? And that's kind of the reality that we all live in. And it's unfortunate that it's not the same way, you know. Girls kind of get away with a lot, and they just live a completely different reality than us. You know, there's always gonna be someone to bail them out. So there's always somebody to kind of take up for their side, and yeah, I mean, they don't necessarily have to face reality. Eris Playworld says toxic. Okay, well, I appreciate you coming to the stream, and I'll see you next time.
There's a lot more actually, it doesn't just stop here. Here's the social skills part, again very ironic that she's the one saying it.
I have a genuine question. Like, seriously, answer this. Even if you support Kingsman, whatever, support Kingsman like it's fucking Israel. Anyways, whatever you have in your head.
That was a player on the team, Lucy, comparing a broke college student to Israel. I don't even know what to say. That's actually just like insane behavior right there. I think
that was talking a little reckless right there.
Funniest thing about this situation is Zaza, the Widow player's boyfriend, made a Google document statement trying to expose Kingsman, but he was caught lying about everything, and he was also live editing the document too. He would later delete it and make a statement apologizing to Kingsman after everyone exposed him. Kingsman, I am sorry for sending the clips that caused Basim to kick you from the event. The Google Doc released was one-sided and painted you in an extremely negative light with my bias. I shouldn't have gone out of my way to involve myself in a situation I was not a part of. Zaza, I am sorry for going behind your back to release a Google document despite you warning me not to. This has been a massive wake-up call, and if there's any hate to be directed at me, not Zaza or Kingsman.
I mean, I don't really think we hate this guy because he acted like a total simp and just, or a white knight would be a better term, and just did this whole thing. It's supposed to be, you know, guy code and all that stuff, completely out the window, completely just white knighted for this girl. And he didn't have to do it. He didn't have to involve himself, but he chose to. And I'm glad that the community found out that, you know, it was all BS, because once you see the gameplay footage and how everything went down, it's like irrefutable, you know, that Kingsman was in the right.
How noble of this loser to take all of the hate. That's so incredibly nice of him. Let me know what you guys think about this situation. I'm just gonna say Kingsman handled it way better than I did, because I would be losing my mind if
oh my god, dude, I would have been the same way. I would have been completely like, they would have had to actually kick me for being toxic, because just, I mean, I'm an old school Call of Duty player, and you know, if someone is going to basically trying to, you know, sabotage the team like that, yeah, I'm going to call them everything in the name of the book to get them to either quit or, you know, mute me, you know, because it's just like, dude, I wouldn't even want to be on that team, you know. It would be tough. I'd be like, you know what, the 40 grand ain't worth it. The 3 grand ain't worth it, because we already lost, you know. So let's see. Cheetos came back. He said, playing a very niche character never works well. It's like playing Smash Brothers and only playing Peach. Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot. Or what's that one boxer? Little Mac. Little Mac is definitely a tough player to play as, and a high level Smash. Hey, we have Taken Souls for Free in the game. I mean, in the chat. I don't know. Maybe you can answer this for me. How many Little Mac players did you come across when you were playing Smash, you know, in those tournaments and stuff? I didn't see a lot. You know, I would think that he's definitely a niche character. Let me know, because I don't know if he's one of those people that'd be good for competitive play.
Widow was going 0-5 in a $40,000 tournament.
Cabos came back. He says, Peach is pretty good though. And, you know, that's the thing, man. If you go to Peach, you know, that's the thing. If you gotta, I think in Smash, to be a good player, you gotta be good with a lot of people, you know. And for those of you that don't know, Taking Souls for Free, he has a crazy, I think it's his 100th video on his channel. He is just like wiping the floor with everybody at this tournament, man. It's a great video to watch. I highly recommend it. But he likes to switch it up between Diddy. He'll play with Fox. He'll play with Samus, and it's a really good gameplay. You guys should definitely check it out.
But that's just me.
Okay, so I have a follow-up.
Sneako's done
I have a follow-up video for this whole thing, and it's called the CC Files. Okay, but yes. Oh, okay. So Cabo says I used to compete in tournaments as well. Cool. Damn, man. Maybe we should get you and Taking Souls for Free to do a match together, man. That'd be cool. Because I believe he still plays competitively. That'd be a cool little matchup I'd like to see. T and Toast Ghost came back. He says she is, but too many rely on her. Oh, well, see, that's another thing. When she's a popular character and everybody uses her, then yeah, sometimes it's, you know, it's gonna be tough because it's one thing to be aggressive with a certain type of character, but then having to defend, knowing that the character has, the way they're set up and stuff, that can be tough as well. Coke Benny came back. He says, did anyone else ever get pissed when your opponent starts teabagging you before you get knocked out of the ring? I didn't really experience a lot of teabagging in Smash. Teabagging was more of a Halo thing. And, that the like 3 seconds that you had after you died and stuff, that little screen where it rotates around you, like that was the prime opportunity. Like, hey, buddy, eat these nuts. Coke Benny came back. But yeah, Coke Benny, that is something that, teabagging has really transcended Halo. I've seen it in other games. I've seen it mainly other like shooter, like third-person shooters, first-person shooters. And yeah, man, I've seen it in Call of Duty. And yeah, dude, it's pretty fucking funny, man. But Halo, the reason why it was so good with Halo is because Halo had the realistic physics. So when you teabagged over somebody, their body would actually move. So Halo was ahead of its time, man. And that's why the teabagging thing originated there. Yeah, the disrespect, dude. The disrespect was so real. Okay, so this is a follow-up video. This is called The CC Files Just Got Crazy. This is by WestJet. We actually have another video coming with him, and he's actually going to be talking about the whole Andrew Tate, how he ended his career this past week. And but yeah, for that, we're going to be watching this one first. This is by WestJet, so shout out to him.
Seriously, answer this, even if you support Kingsman, whatever. Support Kingsman like it's fucking Israel.
Massive day for the unemployed. The Marvel rival.
So that's the team captain. That's CC. And I believe when she was doing the draft for the players, she was listening to her chat. And she was, I guess she was letting everybody know that, hey, yeah, the last time I did this tournament, we came in dead last. It was because I picked a bunch of people that I didn't know. But this time around, I'm going to be making more informed decisions. So she listened to her chat. And she's like, yeah, everybody in my chat is telling me to choose Kingsman. So I'm going to go and pick Kingsman for my first pick. And after that, it was just like girl after girl after girl after girl. Because, girl power.
Are done yapping. We got CC digging herself into an even deeper hole. She's reached hell. Kingsman himself dropped a crazy bombshell Google Doc. Google Docky. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scarce here. I originally wasn't planning on posting this, but the first screenshot kind of messed with my vibes a bit, so here it is. Oh no, the CC files. Oh baby, we got some text leaks. Originally, I wasn't planning to post anything else on this, but I saw this. Go on an alt, clip anonymously, download clip. If there's anything that can help us get him kicked off the team, don't worry, plenty of people online just as good. Kingsman, like everybody else, is replaceable. Playing for the money, GTFO. There's no bans.
See, I mean, a lot of conspiracy going on behind the scenes and not really prioritizing, a good team, just prioritizing vibes and saying Kingsman like everybody else is replaceable. You're not seeing his value in the team, and it's not good.
Anyway, CC DM'd Kingsman and, oh boy. Bro, please do something about these f***ing NPCs in my Discord server, TikTok chat, Instagram comments, and stream. I told them not to harass anyone like 40 times in my vid. If you have Twitch names, I can ban them. And he is not even lying.
Do not harass any.
See, this is what I was talking about. This was in his 1 hour video at the very beginning. He made it clear. And I think this is why a lot of people got behind him, on this whole story, because he wasn't trying to send any type of hate or, he didn't want people to, dogpile on CC for the decision that she made. And I think that's, and also, a lot of good stuff came from this position. I'm not going to spoil it. I think it gets covered in this video. If it doesn't, I'll say it.
Anybody you see in this video, if you go to their stream and you harass them or hate or say anything to any of them, I will ban you.
Okay, ban the guy that just said weight maxing.
Holy f***. They think I'm responsible for banning you, and all I said was I agree with Basm. He was gonna boot you anyways, no matter what I did. I wish you asked for clarification before you posted this godforsaken video.
T. Ghost came back and says, standard women's tactics, get everybody else on your side, then go for the attack. Yeah, I mean, the whole, switch to an alt account, because we don't want to get traced back to us. Or she said the alt of the alt account. That's crazy, man. It's like women are very crafty, especially the ones that are just gonna play video games for a living and stuff. And they have their own Discord server and all that stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, they're gonna totally like use whatever tools they have. And, there's going to be plenty of people that are going to blindly support them, simps even, just choose from legion of simps to, send a bunch of hate towards this person or report them, to BASM. That's the guy, the tournament director. And yeah, you get enough people talking about this guy, he has no choice but to make that decision because he's like, look, I just keep getting all these messages. And, little did he know, he found out later that it was all BS. Coke Benny came back. He says, I like how being the bigger person by telling people not to harass them. Yeah. And you know what? That's the main thing that got me on his side, because I was like, yeah, dude, it's like, he knows he's good. He knows he was in the right, and he doesn't want to create any more, he knows that they were doing everything in their power. When I'm saying they, CC and the rest of the girls on the team, whatever, they were doing everything to, get him out, where he's like, look, man, it's fine, and he went and did a stream later and everything worked out. So
instead, I'm here fighting panic attacks.
Woo! Nobody gives a shit.
And mass banning people on different platforms. Make another post or delete the video if you really care. Even the way she's asking him feels entitled. She doesn't feel genuine at all. I feel like nobody in this girl's life ever told her to just shut up. Shut up! Yeah, like the video if she needs to shut up. I am not deleting the video. It's legit just a VOD, but I have told my viewers like a trillion times not to harass anyone, and I'll keep saying that at the start of my streams and banning whoever I see. Why not? You took my clip out of context before even asking me for clarification. You can re-upload the VOD again.
He totally did not take her clip out of context. He basically, if you watch the video, the VOD, it literally starts from the beginning all the way from the time that they're getting drafted to their first scrimmage, and then to the last point where he gets kicked out. And there's just that's it, man. It's like there's no clip out of context.
No, the VOD is staying up, dude. I'm not taking it down. Nothing is out of context. It's just the 16th and then the draft from a viewer's perspective. You insinuated I was the one who got you banned. You put a SS random Discord message from someone else saying I was sus for not getting into a 1-by-1 call with BASM. She's acting like an angry ex-girlfriend, bro. All of this type into a dude? Get a job.
What have I said? Okay, the person that talks the most feels like, they have to clear their name. They have like the most to prove. That's when it's like, look, honesty is just straight to the point, but when you're creating all of this drama, like all of this, feel sorry for me, whatever. I was having a panic attack, so I didn't mean to say all that stuff. Maybe I wasn't, thinking straight, whatever. It's like, no, you're taking all this time to like craft this entire narrative around this whole situation. It's like, yeah, you're definitely up to something. Whereas, Kingsman just let the video speak for himself, and he let everybody decide for themselves who was right. And just in doing that, that's kind of like, admirable, but when you have to make all these excuses, you got to make all these posts, make all these follow-up videos and stuff. Yeah, you're obviously in a hole that you're trying to dig yourself out of.
You are an asshole for harassing Zaza for a whole hour and making her upset even after we said to stop. And now I'm getting that harassment 10 times full. Tenfold. This guy had 18 more kills than Zaza the shitbag. Sorry to hear that. Stop lying. You're not sorry. I mean, you also got banned from Twitch the same day for your actions, which is a totally separate matter. Also, I'm so glad CC turned the Marvel Rivals creator Discord from a server I used to know and talk with people into a CC Glaze server with my old friends. Bro made a Twitter account just for this. I'm crying. Dude, this guy's 5 posts and already has 47,000 followers, bro. You just mocked that CC girl in one day. I didn't know she was from India. All right. Now we're going a bit too far, obviously. Anyway, CC replied saying, I am in the middle of class as I see this, but I want to be clear. Those DMs with Kaplunk is not with me. I would not know of any substitute list. Yes, I know I flamed Kingsman, but I've been trying to apologize since that night. Proof below, I sent it to my friend at first and then someone else to confirm. I was already framed in the video as the person who made the boss call. This was confirmed, not me. BASM said Kaplunk messaged the staff. I, again, don't want
But Basim messaged you. He called you and spoke to you, and he says, hey, is it okay that I ban him? And you made that decision. You said yes. You said that's fine. And so, I mean, I think if you were just like, no, we need to keep him on our team, you know, like this is, you know, whatever. It's not a big deal. I think he would have been on the team still. She had the final say so in it, being the team captain. So she needs to take accountability here. Cookman says 10 times fold. She basically said 10 times. Yeah. Well, we don't think that. I don't think really think she's good at numbers or whatever, or maybe just she's good at exaggerating. I definitely think that's the case.
I'd be instantly framed for something I didn't do. Again, I have 0 DMs with Kaplunk. I already apologized for my behavior insulting Kingsman. I just want to move on, please.
I was a big meanie head. I know I did a lot of wrong, but can you guys please stop this, okay? Like, I'm done getting all of the hate mail. I'm done with it. I'm trying to live my life now. Like, sorry. We won't let you go on this one.
You can't even make it up. The contrast here is insane. The difference between the messages she sends Kingsman versus what she says publicly is crazy. She is one two-faced person. Hi, I wanted to ask if you could be my messenger to Kingsman. Basically, yesterday I had a panic attack and asked Kingsman to make a statement, re-upload VOD, clearing the lies on my name. Nobody cares about your justification or your panic attack. Stop using it as a blanket shield for criticism. Christ. Maybe if you upped your numbers, you wouldn't be having those.
That's crass.
Even after the initial situation calmed down, Cece continued to bully Kingsman, speak ill of him across social media, and fail to hold herself accountable. Cece has a history of attacking other players and talking trash. It's already cooked, gang. Maintaining the vibes is our top priority.
Support Kingsman like it's fucking Israel.
These girls all got Twitch TV brain, I swear to God. They breed them in a factory or something. That wasn't even Cece who said that. Support Kingsman like it's Israel. Also, the best thing CC can do is not respond. By giving responses, she's making people more likely to attack her. That's just how the internet works.
You know, I'm guilty of this, you know, like if I get any type of haters and stuff, it's one of those things that it just makes sense to me to, you know, not really let it go, because I'm still kind of early in this whole like YouTube journey thing, whatever. So if I'm getting haters, I feel great, you know, so I'm going to definitely engage my haters just as much as I engage my supporters. You know, I feel like if you take your time out to hate on me, I'm going to give you that little bit of time to respond back. You know, I think you deserve it too. So I love all engagement. You know, I see it all as engagement. So I don't want to ignore anybody, you know, unless they need to be ignored. But for the most part, you know, I don't like to let haters kind of just say their piece and leave. Like, I'm going to respond. That's just what I do. Cookpenny says, why am I still getting hate? Well, because it was bad, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, women, for some women, you know, not all women, most women, you know, they don't understand how accountability works. You know, it's like, yeah, you're going to be held accountable by the main person that you wrong, but everybody that supports him is going to hold you accountable as well. So, and that's the thing about the internet, man. If you don't want to deal with it, then get off of it. T and Toast goes getting back and says, this woman has no concept of fuck around and find out. I think she does now. I think she has a good idea of it now. She's just, you know, she's going through it right now, of course, but no, I think I think she learned her lesson here.
If you show the
no tournaments, you know, hopefully
internet you're bothered, they're gonna keep pushing your buttons. Cece has started to lose sponsors due to her action.
Well, turns out sometimes your actions have consequences. Has now started losing sponsorships, with one of her sponsors, Infinity Mice, coming out and saying we have been made aware of the situation involving Cece. She also is no longer partnered with Solaris.
Stand up now and face the sun.
But, you know, clearly that won't bother her. She put 12 ads on her YouTube video. And you know, that's not bad. 15-minute video, 12 ads. I put 13 ads in my 9-minute video. And speaking of videos, even Moist Critical chimed in. Cece is a goofy goober, and this Marvel Rivals drama is poopy booty butt cheeks.
Especially considering she has by far been the most mean and nasty about this. Kingsman, from what I saw from the clips that were during this time, he tried to like actively say like, hey, don't go harass anyone and don't be mean. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, he was clearly upset about it, but I felt like he was doing, or at least making an effort to try and stop people from going and doing shit like that.
That's the mature thing to do, you know? I mean, if you're a little kid that has nothing to lose and you're not even paying your own bills and stuff like that, yeah, I mean, I can completely see this person like, no, you know, send all the hate. Let's, you know, let's do a bunch of memes and everything. Let's have some fun out of it, you know. But I think, you know, Kingsman, he was just like, look, it is what it is, man, at the end of the day, you know. It's like he probably accepted that there was no way that they would win the tournament with that type of team dynamic. So he was just like, you know what? It is what it is, man. It's no big deal.
Oh my gosh, Cece's actually losing her sponsorships now.
Even the Reddit mods turned on Cece. Okay, this guy's probably cool. I didn't mean to call him a Reddit mod. My hands are in the air.
If you're a woman that plays Marvel Rivals, I'm so sorry, bro, but you guys were just set back 5,000 years, bro. 5,000 years because of Cece and Zaza. 2 syllables.
I'm sorry, but if you use Cece and Zaza as an excuse to harass random women on Marvel Rivals, you're kind of pathetic. Probably more pathetic than them. Not to sound preachy, but gaming is an escape for everybody, and I genuinely don't care what race you are, what gender you are, as long as you're not a 0 and 5 bag.
Even if you support Kingsman like it's in Israel or something, I don't even know what she was trying to say with that one.
What do you mean by that?
Still not as funny as Cece using her panic attacks to try to get Kingsman to delete the...
God, so pathetic. Kava says, is taking souls for free from Canada? I don't know. You might have to ask him. I don't know that for sure. I just know that he's a big time Smash player. That's all I know.
Video. Lucy Yasa, the Israel girl, showed this screenshot saying she apologized to Kingsman, but all she said was, I'm sorry you got kicked. I'm dead. I'm sorry about you getting kicked. I was excited to be on the same team as you. But luckily some good came from this. Kingsman was happy. Not once in my life would I have ever thought I'd be in a moist critical video.
Yeah, so this is where the silver lining starts coming around for Kingsman. He started to get a little bit more notoriety. Everybody was talking about it. People that are outside the tournament, well, outside of the community was talking about it. This was catching fire all across the internet, and a lot of people were coming out to support him. So this is good.
And the funny thing is, I've had an experience with Cece personally. This was a long time ago, but some random freak on the internet, this girl, accused me of being a landlord exploiting my tenant for sexual favors. I basically said that there's a certain word that starts with R and ends with etard that describes her, and she got mad at me, bro. I didn't do nothing. Yeah, one truth, one lie. I am not a landlord.
I know who you are.
Do you?
You're an evil rapist.
You know me well. Takes one to know one.
Rule number 2, don't bring the vibes down on the team.
Oh my god, so this was her apology video. She figured the design of this apology video should be her behind a PNG tuber, and you know, she thought she'd garner a little bit more sympathy, and it's not a good look. Cokeman came back and says Deadpool and Marvel Rivals looks like Earthworm Jim. You know, I didn't really see his character design. I have to take a look at it again if they show it.
Wanted to be competitive. Like I
remember Earthworm Jim. That was definitely during my time. I love the first game.
Is to win.
If we run into like Snake Case's team, can you please play Bucky? Because these teams.
Snake Case's team. I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. You're making me mad, bro. We're been playing against Snake Case's team. This is their team. The only difference is one support player, bro. We won! Shut up now, bro. Like, I'm tired of it. This is fucking getting annoying and you're making Zaza sad. Like, it's not gonna happen. She's gonna play Black Widow, so just shut up for 2 seconds and just play the...
Oh, hell no!
I feel so pissed off, dude, for this guy. You know, it's like, it's all bringing back old memories, and I just wanted to just be like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, please. Like, just take my advice. Look at the scoreboard and just take my advice, man. You are 0-5 right now.
Okay, dude, what's your problem, man? I'm serious. What the fuck's your problem?
They are going to explode Zaza in 0.2 seconds.
No, they have not.
Music is copyright, but yeah, they exploded her in 0.25 seconds. Emotions are high, and I've learned when to step away. If a response ends up necessary, I will make one. Please react how you see fit to me being an ass. I know I deserve the same treatment I dish out. I am not the person in the screenshot with Kaplunk. I was not the one who reported Kingsman.
Yeah, it wasn't you. It was the boyfriend that sent the Google Doc over to Bazim, and then the other alt accounts that were, you know, arranged to do that as well. So yeah, her name is clear because, you know, her name isn't attached to any type of screenshots, whatever, but she ultimately got the call from Bazim and she ultimately made the decision. So even if she wasn't the one that was, on a screenshot being tied to being any, reports for Kingsman. She ultimately made the choice to have him taken off the team.
My apology the day before includes all of my behavior. I have not been online since, and I've been holding myself accountable. I will continue to do so. And again, actions speak louder than words, so we're just gonna have to see how she ends up.
Okay, you can see it right here. Let me see if I can get this a little bit bigger, but I mean, I don't know. Let's check. So if you look at here, look at Zaza Stack's ping right here, like 172, just in the lobby where everybody else is kind of in the mid, like 30s to 40 range. And during the game, though, she would get up to like 195 to 200 ping. And it's just like, dude, it's like, it's not a good connection that she has here. I don't know if she's stealing Wi-Fi from Starbucks or whatever, but she just needs to get a better internet connection if she's going to be playing competitively.
Dealing with this. Also, I don't think deflecting is the move. Just focus on why people are angry at you. There's no point in getting some kerplunk involved. Who cares? You are a dumb and make it worse for women in gaming. Jesus, straight for the jugular. I've learned to step away. Still hasn't stepped away.
I love it. The contradicting statements, it's so great.
If you learned how to step away, you wouldn't be tweeting about it. Subscribe if she hasn't learned anything. We ran out of time for this video.
Yeah, so that is basically what I have on the whole Marvel Rivals thing. I think it's really messed up. Honestly, I think that everything that happened at Kingsman, I don't think these guys didn't really talk about it, but I will say that he streamed after the whole thing about him getting kicked out and stuff, and he got so many subs, so many donations that he exceeded what he would have won if they did place first place in the tournament, which I think he exceeded over $3,000. So there's a silver lining to this. And one thing, one thing is more important than the money is that he kind of won the internet. Everybody kind of got behind on him, and I think that's great. So let's see, who's the one who was playing as Black Widow? I believe it was Zaza. Zaza was playing Black Widow. She's the one that had like 200 ping during the match. So yeah, that was that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the next video. The next topic here. I want to talk about Vitaly. We're gonna do an update on Vitaly. Okay, so apparently, remember on last stream we were talking about how he got deported back to Russia, and a lot of people were speculating that he was just going to possibly be on the front lines of the Russian army and stuff, and we'll never see him again. Well, apparently he's out of Russia and he's in Florida. He actually attended the Brand Risk event where it was Adam 22 versus Jason Love. He was there. And this video is going to kind of give us the update on him. So we were all wrong. He's actually back in America. So kind of wild. So let's check it out. This is a video by, I believe it's Jamari. Yeah, by Jamari. So it says Vitaly's situation gets much worse. He recorded everything. Let's check it out.
How Vitaly had finally made his way out of the Philippines gulag that he was trapped away in for the last 290 days. The man who found his way into their jail system after acting like a badly parented toddler was almost unrecognizable in this press conference.
This be a reminder to all our visitors here in the Philippines that we always welcome tourists and visitors.
Regardless, he was deported back to his home country of Russia, where we thought that he would remain for quite some time. But now only 1 week later, Vitaly has already made his way back onto American soil, this time flying out to Florida. And let me tell you guys, Vitaly is already back acting a fool, while also revealing some information that is not going to sit well at all with the powers that be back in the Philippines. Now first off, I just wanted to show you guys Vitaly's comeback post, where he says after 290 days in the Philippines jail with rats.
Take his souls for free came back. He says, off topic, but the commentary for Adam 22 versus Jason Love was hilarious. He fucked your wife, then he fucked you. God damn, dude. And you know what? That is on the docket. We are going to watch the full fight of Jason Love versus Adam 22. I'm not going to say much more than that, but we are going to watch the full fight much later, so stay tuned for that.
cockroaches, and plus 35 degrees Celsius weather, which I believe is about 95 degrees Fahrenheit, I am finally free. They really tried to break me, but it built me. Claiming that out of the 290 days, he spent 91 of them in complete isolation. They wanted me gone, but I'm here, all glory to God. He would also share these photos of his living conditions over there in the Philippines jail, where as you guys can see, when he was not in isolation, he was sleeping on this small little cot with a tin roof above his head, possibly some sort of wardrobe behind him there with what appears to be a hot dog bun.
Not so bad as I thought it was going to be for him. I mean, these aren't really like the best living conditions, but I mean, he's not sleeping on a bed with like 5 other people. He's in isolation for at least 91 days. And yeah, he's got his own little space here, you know, and on top of that, they let him have a phone through his entire time of being there. So that's kind of wild.
Here in this video, Vitaly is behind bars staring off into the distance while the rain falls. I have to think that this was taken during a very romantic night between him and a man who looks like Bobby Lee. And in this last image, you can see that Vitaly was taking place in some sort of Bible study over there. They would also share this footage from his actual deportation. I would think that over in the Philippines, this was like major national news. And honestly guys, I don't really feel any ill will towards Vitaly at this time. I do think for the things that he did serve more than like an adequate amount of time over in the Philippines jail. And honestly, I do think that more than anything else, they kind of made an example of him for all these nuisance streamers going abroad acting like idiots. And in a lot of ways, Vitaly was kind of the scapegoat, like basically trying to send the message like you're not going to come to the Philippines and fuck with us. But here in a little bit, you guys are going to see why it might totally backfire on them. And we will have to wait and see if Vitaly actually learned his lesson or if he will have a legitimate change of heart. But as you guys can see from this image, he looks extremely relieved to be on an airplane out of there. Vitaly would also share a couple of videos once he was free.
Just landed in Russia. It's minus 34 Celsius. And your boy is headed to the front lines. I'm free, baby!
And so yes, obviously the guy looks completely different. He's got some gray going on there in the beard. And apparently I guess that he dyed it there in the airport bathroom because he showed up wearing Aiden Ross's merch.
Wow. That's pretty fast, you know? Like he probably spent maybe the weekend maybe in Russia to just get back on the plane to Florida. Got on the call with Aiden Ross, you know, got some merch, and then got the plane ticket over to Florida.
Wow. Front lines never looked so good. Wow. Look at this. All glory to God. Thank you, Jesus. Oh.
And so there I think Vitaly is kind of trolling the people that said he was going to go to the front lines in Russia, basically saying that he was going to go right into the Russian military.
That's where he would have been, right behind Putin, right here in this little area. This is this little spot where he would have been, but unfortunately, it didn't happen for him. So, I mean, I guess that's, hey, you know, good on him.
When in reality, the guy had already found himself in Florida. And here he also just shared an image with his mother. And here is where things get wild, as Vitaly would make his first public appearance in the last 9 months. And because why wouldn't this happen, this is now going to become a crossover episode with Vitaly, Aiden Ross, Adam22, and Jason Love.
So you're starting to see how things are starting to overlap, and this whole stream is just one big overlapping story, okay? So we're gonna kind of dip a little bit into this whole thing with the whole fight between Adam22 and Jason Love with this whole Vitaly story. We're gonna move out of that, go back into the main story, then we're gonna circle all the way back to the actual fight. So it's kind of wild. Coke Benny came back and says, is Aiden Ross the godfather of content creators? Well, he's definitely the guy who's bailing everybody out right now. He's like the bail bondsman of content creators, you know? So, I mean, at least in terms of getting people back on their feet, you know, he's got the money to kind of put behind them and help them out, you know, whenever they need it. So, if you guys don't remember, you know, when Sneako was banned, he did a couple of little collaborations with Aiden Ross, and then when he was fully banned, and when Andrew Tate was also banned, Aiden Ross flew out to he was out to Dubai actually to see Andrew Tate, did a couple streams with him and stuff. So even though these guys were banned, they were still kind of having their little lifeline with Aiden Ross. So that was his little position there. Cabos came back and says, I swear he gets the most random people together for a collab. Well, I mean, he's kind of, like I said, he's the bail bondsman, man. He's the go-to, you know? And, you know, I mean, if you knew somebody on speed dial, it seems like Aiden Ross is the guy to have.
As Vitaly would make his way over to Aiden's boxing event that we talked about in the last video regarding Adam 22, where he will be fighting Jason Love. And here is where the foolishness ensues.
Oh, what? Question for Adam.
I think it's funny that Vitaly kept the shirt from the jail. He didn't bother to change out of it. He just went ahead and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna, I'm gonna keep this drip, man. It's not bad. It's kind of growing on me. Oh man. Coke Benny says, yeah, I remember when Sneako became a Jew for a month. Yeah, you know, that he had that little arc, man. That arc did not last long because he went right back to Islam after that. But yeah, I remember that. Actually, no, he still claims it. He still claims that he's part Jewish, so he hasn't really fully left it yet.
Adam, as you know, I spent 10 months, 290 days in prison. Can you give me a favor? Can I Leonard tonight?
Oh, God damn, dude.
It is just so funny that after the 290 days spent behind bars, this guy goes right back to trolling and his first victim is Adam. I mean, this guy had not seen anything but some Bobby Lee cheeks over there.
I'm gonna be honest, I think you gotta work your way up.
Honestly,
you didn't have enough practice on those Filipino gang members in there?
Nah, they were Asian. I couldn't feel anything. But, you know, you're right about Leonard.
I thought you were a top, not a bottom, but I'm gonna say no, but you know, maybe one day if you start doing some work, you start off in the amateur leagues in the world, maybe you could get there one day, you know?
You're right, it's probably gonna feel like throwing a hot dog in the hallway.
And honestly, I do think that the question did irk Adam a little bit there. I think that when he does get confronted about these sort of topics, someone asking to bang his wife, at this point it's like he has no choice, like he can't come off as too angry. And so in turn he tries to take the question as serious as possible, but to me it just comes off as a massive cope.
But hey, and this guy over here can attest.
Oh my God.
Her interior walls are some of the best in the business.
Pristine.
Basically calling out Jason Love, like, hey, if you want to ask about my wife, whatever, just ask this guy. Like, that's not the own that you think it is, Adam. It's like, what the hell? Only in Adam's world could you think, yeah, I just own that guy. Like, that's crazy, dude. Taking Souls for Free came back. He's like, I'm surprised he isn't skinny after seeing what they feed the prisoners. Yeah, I mean, well, apparently he got like some bread or like a hot dog bun or something like that. But yeah, apparently, like, yeah, the food situation in the prisons was like not really that good. It was just like a rice stew with like maybe like some couple vegetables in it, whatever. Nothing really too healthy, no protein, you know. So yeah, I was thinking he was going to be a lot skinnier as well. Taking Souls for Free came back. He says Adam 22 is a professional cuck, bro. No, seriously. Like, I don't think he feels anything anymore, you know, in terms of anybody trying to like talk bad about him or even talk bad about his wife, dude. He's just like, look, man, it's like, there's nothing you can say that's going to throw me off, you know? And, I don't know, a man like that can be pretty dangerous, you know, that has kind of like nothing to lose emotionally, you know, that really has like no limit, no barrier. It's like, that's kind of the formula for a psychopath.
This is fucking...
And I love how Adam thought that that was going to be like a mic drop moment, when in reality, to this crowd of mostly men, it just comes off as extremely sad.
Got a crazy side bet on Jason, plus 6,900, that you're gonna knock Adam out with your big black... Holy shit.
Yeah, so obviously things got incredibly uncomfortable.
I mean, if they were to put that on Kalashi, I'm pretty sure like whoever took that bet would be pretty happy, but I don't want to poison the well. Coke Benny says he put Sneako and Destiny to shame. I mean, yeah, dude, he's he's still going strong after all this time, you know, of just being in the limelight. I think, you know, his No Jumper podcast, it was failing, you know, and the whole thing with Jason Love, it really kind of jumped back. He was back in the conversations again. People were tuning in and stuff. And yeah, it was just kind of a thing. He also got paid lots of money for it. So, I mean, I guess when you think about it, like, how much is your wife really worth? If you can put a price on it, you know, I don't understand it, but for him, you know, it just probably gets easier. You know, probably gets a lot easier. You know, that money that he sleeps with at night probably is just like, it's cool. Even though he did say on the Whatever podcast that they don't spend their money, it's just all about, putting away or whatever for a rainy day or something. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that was Saint the Sinner basically asked him, he's like, why do all this? If money is not the motivation for it, and then he just kind of contradicted himself, and he's like, well, we do it for the money and stuff. This is the reason why we do it and stuff. And it's just kind of weird, but yeah, money is the root to all evil.
Was prison bad or what?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I dropped the soap a few times.
You did?
Yeah, but too bad I couldn't feel anything because everyone's Asian.
Got it.
So.
How long were you in jail for?
10 months.
Not that bad. All right, we'll talk after in the green room when
Yeah. Both of you guys.
Glad you have it. All right, Vitaly.
And it's pretty funny to me that Vitaly is really hamming it up, wearing the same shirt to this event from the jail. And honestly, to me, he looks like a mixture of Forrest Gump after he ran all those miles, and the caddy from the first Happy Gilmore movie. And once again, Adam just continues to take massive L's.
That was just a mad, accurate description, dude. He looked just like the caddy, man. It's so wild.
His wife would bring up Jason's large size during this press conference.
You were pretty happy that he's fighting Jason. You don't care about that he's fighting Jason.
I mean, yes, Jason is a very large man, but when you have them side by side...
Large how? Large how? Whoa.
Large in many ways. However, they are pretty comparable in size when you put them right next to each other.
I actually weigh more than him. 10 pounds more than him.
Yeah,
Really?
this train knock off about 10, 15 pounds off me.
This one personal. This one's going to be a little bit... This is what we call goy slop.
And by the time I actually drop this video tomorrow, the fight will have already happened last night. So it is very possible that Adam is either gotten his head bounced off the canvas or redeemed his cuck status in a major way.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
No.
Wait, no.
This ain't going long.
Oh, my God.
Hold on.
No.
This is not, I want you guys to know, this is not a highlight reel, okay? This is the fight in its entirety.
And someone did leave a comment on my...
I want to say the match lasted a minute and 20 seconds. About a minute and 20 seconds. It was crazy. I think it was like a 3-minute round, and yeah, pretty bad.
Last video saying that after
the knockout, Lena gives top to Jason in the ring. Oh my God.
Jason knocks Adam out. His wife is gonna go mid-ring and top Jason off. And I gotta say, y'all are some wild motherfuckers.
That's crazy.
Of course, Adam would continue to make a fool of himself, making outrageous comments.
I got a question for Adam. Is there, genuinely, do you have any hatred towards Jason coming into the fight? Because...
Nah, I don't got no grudge against Jason. Our family has made millions of dollars off of that big ass of his, so I got no reason to feel any kind of resentment.
Wait.
Guys, just imagine this being your parents and the public embarrassment their kid is likely going to go throughout school. I'm sorry, but no amount of money is going to erase that trauma.
I'm sure
that's crazy, dude. The internet's forever, man. Kids are gonna be able to look back on this whole time, and yeah, it's not good. Taking Souls for Reason, it was less than a minute. I think it was 43 seconds. Dude, it probably was, actually. I was just looking at the time code. You're probably right. Oh man, it's bad. I don't want to spoil it, but we're gonna watch it in its entirety. That clip that we just saw was sped up. We're gonna watch it in its entirety, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
I'm sure he did well for himself as well.
And here the two men would have a face-off, and what most people noticed is that his wife Lena could really not keep her eyes off Jason.
All right, guys, we'll start with you, Jason. Do you have any last words?
Good luck, Adam. You're gonna need it.
Good luck, Jason. You're gonna need it.
So original.
Go, baby. This one.
Oh my God,
I mean, just look at the way that she stares at him with so much passion in her eyes. I'm telling you guys, when this man had her biting the bed sheets, he took a piece of her soul that day. Either way, to get back to Vitaly, because I know it's been like this insane crossover episode. It's been crazier than the Jimmy versus Timmy Power Hour.
For the first time in history, Timmy Turner and Jimmy Neutron are trading places.
Hey, why is everything so bulgy?
He would join Aiden on stream and tell about his experience in the Philippines jail. And here's where the information comes out where the powers that be in the Philippines are not going to be very happy.
Tally, have a motherfucking seat. Yo, the man of the fucking hour. Welcome home, baby. Let's fucking go.
Dude, all I see now is Forrest Gump and the caddy. Because the beard was like spot on, and also like the yellow hat and like orange. I mean, the yellow hat. I'm sorry, yellow shirt and red hat was just like spot on, dude. So great.
Chad, that's good, Chad. So Vitaly is back. Vitaly, listen, bro. I told you off stream. I'm gonna say it again. I'm making it very, very clear to everybody. I will do whatever it takes to get you a deal of some sort, so you can get back on your feet and you can figure out what the fuck you want to do.
See, this is just. It seems. See how smoothly that came out of Aiden's mouth. I'm sure he does this a lot to people. He assures them that, like, look, I got enough money behind me. I can restart your career if you need. I understand you've been out for about 10 months. Don't worry. I got a whole team behind me. We can set up something to get you back on your feet. It just like, dude, this is what he does, man. He bails everybody out.
Because I know what it's like to be putting it, you know, in a position like that where everyone's going against you and shit. And yeah, you might have fucked up, made some whatever, bro. We all make mistakes, bro. And I feel like you're a pure person. You've been in this game for a long time, and I got to give my flowers to you. So we're gonna find a way to get you some bread, bro. We got to get you back and up and running.
So yes, Aiden is clearly going to make a conservative effort to try and get Vitaly back in the spotlight. Now, whether or not Vitaly will have to sign some sort of like Devil's Pact agreement with Aiden in this situation, where Aiden is essentially going to own his soul forever, we will have to see.
I mean, that probably is going to be part of the reason why he's going to help him out, is that he's going to get a cut, of course.
Tell me, bro, about that fucking experience, bro.
I'm not going to talk too much about it.
Yeah, I don't want to get you in trouble.
No, not in trouble.
Yo, I got to shave you.
I had a phone the whole time. I had a phone the whole time in jail. I vlogged the whole experience, and I'm going to expose the corruption and everything.
Wait, did you keister? Did you keister it? Keister was they get phones in prison by putting a phone up your butthole.
No, like that.
No,
it's just corruption.
I'm telling you guys, Bobby Lee was up in there hiding that.
Yeah, so you got corruption. I mean, and you know, the American dollar goes very far in the Philippines. So however he was able to get funds and being able to pass it on to the guards and stuff to be able to have a phone, it just kind of exposes, you know, how badly things are run in those prisons. You know, there's no real accountability there, and people can get away with stuff as long as you got money. So and that's probably why he was able to get kind of like isolated treatment, get his own little space and stuff. It's but now, you know, we did talk about it last stream that they are going to be starting making more changes, you know, to at least increase the living quarters and also the food quality and stuff, and possibly the way things are run, you know, in terms of the corruption. So I don't know, maybe things have changed for the better. We'll see.
Cricket phone in his ass the entire time. No, in all actuality though, if Vitaly really did vlog his entire experience there, show the unhygienic, gruesome details of the life inside of the prison, obviously the government over in the Philippines is gonna be fucking pissed.
It's just corruption, bro. You pay the guard, you're good to go, and
they're not gonna be able to extradite him, unfortunately. That's gonna be something, you know, like once he's out, you know, he's already done time served already. So Sonic has made the stream. Welcome to the stream, sir. How's it going, man? Hustlers, what's up? Yeah, good to see you, Sonic. Yeah, man, this was definitely something I wanted you to be a part of, man. I'm glad you're here, dude. Just doing a little update on Vitaly, man. He's out of the Philippines, and he's actually out of Russia, and he's in Florida. He's over here trolling Adam22, you know, and yeah, now Aiden Ross is gonna do like a little effort to kind of get him back on his feet. So yeah, I guess he's not going to the front lines of the Russian army anymore.
Yeah.
How'd you get a phone?
What do you mean, how did I get a phone? I just got a bro. You can do anything. Money talks in Philippines, but
okay. Wait, an iPhone or a Samsung?
No, a Chinese Hanoi. It's a Chinese shit. I can tell you.
Out in well, I think out there they have Huawei, which is like the other brand of phone out there, and I guess it would be similar to like an Android.
6 months and then four months to deportation.
Yeah.
And there's people there, I'm going to talk about it later, but there's people there that overstay their visas.
That's fucked up.
For like 30 days, but they've been in detention for 10 years. Because they're not fortunate enough to get a lawyer. First 3 months, bro, I was in isolation.
Solitary.
Like cage fucking room.
Yeah, that's actual Filipinos that don't have any money that overstayed their visa or no, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I looked into it. The justice system over there is so slow that they were saying it was going to be like 2 years before he actually had an actual court hearing, you know, but for some reason he was able to expedite all that, you know. And I mean, 9 months isn't as, you know, as fast as, you know, most people would say. I mean, I would say it'd be fast for the Philippines because they were supposed to say, yeah, 2 years before he would actually have a court hearing, but apparently he was able to get the whole deportation thing in a four-month period after 5 months. So he was basically going through the process of deportation in the last 4 months of his time there. So I'm sure a lot of money was spent on his end to hasten his way out of there.
35 degrees Celsius, no ventilation, rats, cockroaches, and just sweating fucking tits all day.
And Vitaly does bring up a very interesting point there. In one of the other videos I had made about Vitaly, where I tried to detail some of the living conditions he was likely undergoing, I did actually uncover this interview that someone had done a couple of years back after they snuck a little camera in there, and this elderly man claimed that he had been held there for the last couple of years, after, like Vitaly said, overstaying his visa for a couple of weeks, essentially calling it a wasteland where people pretty much go to die.
I was screaming like this, can I have some water? My arm out of the cage. Guards sometimes like, nah, you're good, like this. I had to feint, pretend I passed out to get some water.
What exactly did you do?
I got charged with 3 charges of disturbing the peace.
Again, you made a mistake. Look, I'll be real. Like,
wait, why is Aiden say, what did you actually do? Did you not see the stream? I mean, we saw it. It was everywhere. And it was all uncut. So, I mean, everything was there, like, right there for you. I mean, I think he's just playing dumb.
But, bro, they charged me with disturbing the peace, ready? It's for each count, it's 30 days, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? It wasn't enough for them. You know what they hit me after with?
What?
Cybercrime, because I filmed it 6 months.
Well, why did you do that?
Because he fired his whole team over. Well, he lost his whole team in Florida, the ones that were doing the whole catching PDF files. So then he became an IRL streamer, a nuisance streamer, and went over to the Philippines to basically make content. So
honestly, Vitaly did all of those things because, for one, he was looking for internet clout. He was looking for attention any way he could get it. I think at the time he was looking for a big-time deal with Kick. And on the other end of the spectrum, I do believe that this guy was under the influence of either alcohol or some sort of drugs.
One thing I do know from this story is that the cameraman, who was actually Filipino, he's still in jail, still.
Be honest, you regret it, right?
Absolutely not, because it's an experience. I spent 10 months in jail. I am who I am. I read so many business books. I got so much smarter, but I don't want to talk about what I did in Philippines.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know what I did in Philippines before. Have you seen what I did? I was on a world tour helping people.
I didn't see that. I only saw the clips where you were fucking people in the kitchen.
Yeah, he was handing out clothing and money and stuff like that, but he was also gambling as well. And he was doing like these little gambling streams with people on the street and asking them, hey, you know, which one do you choose? And if they won, he'd give them money. If they lost, and it's just like, it's okay, we'll do it again, you know? But yeah, it's like, it doesn't excuse you by doing something nice for a couple people and then going around and harassing like cops and just random people in the mall.
You know, I was gambling, I was giving people money back, losing or winning. I was going through the hood, I was going through like the tribes. I was giving it, but of course, bad always overturns the...
Whatever though, bro. Whatever.
And so the world tour he's talking about of helping all these people, I will show you guys in a couple of clips while I speak. But it really is always just funny to me how people think just because they go over to these other countries and they hand out some money, maybe they hand out some clothes, maybe they get them some sort of technology, that the rest of the way they treat those people there, it's all good. Like, yes, it's nice that he did those good things, but of course his dumbass actions also led to some consequences. And just to make this like the ultimate crossover episode, I did want to give you guys a quick update on Fuzi, because I feel like he was kind of going down that same path as Vitaly. Of course, they're both like the OG pranks.
Jeez, Fuzi, man, he reinvented himself again, dude. I don't know if you guys, I think they are going to talk about here where he won like a bodybuilding competition. You know, he lost a ton of weight, gained a bunch of muscle, and got a crazy tan as well. But yeah, dude, remember we were talking about him like more than this, maybe it was like a year ago. And yeah, he completely turned his life around.
Of YouTube who had transitioned into the live streaming space where they were acting like idiots. But Fuzi himself has actually been doing a lot better on paper, as he did disappear from the internet as well for quite a few months, and he has now come back as a new man. And now,
yeah, I haven't heard from Fuzi in so long. This is what I was talking about. Look at this. completely turned his life around, won first place in this bodybuilding competition. And I mean, dude, he's gone through so many changes, dude. Like, I remember he had he was working out and stuff like that. He wasn't like this level, but then he let himself go and he got like super fat and schlubby, whatever, and then he came back. You know, it's like he's just the king of, you know, bouncing back and forth, man. But yeah, Coke Benny came back. He says, remember his feeding the homeless video where he was snapping and getting impatient with the homeless people while happy, cheerful music was playing in the video? I vaguely remember his little videos that he was doing, because I didn't really follow him too much. I kind of only saw some of the stuff he did with collaborations with like Sneako and a couple other people. But I do remember, man, he was doing a lot of like reckless stuff, man. And it was all just in the name of clout. You know, clout's a hell of a drug. It makes you do crazy things. But yeah, I do remember I saw a lot of his stuff.
He has apparently been entering these bodybuilding competitions where he won.
Yo, it's been the most insane journey ever. First place.
Crow, welcome to the stream, sir. What's up, my ninja? Good to see you, man. How you been, dude? Dude, look at these fake teeth, dude. You know these teeth are fake. It's just they're too white and they're too straight. But I mean, come on now. He's got the money to pay for it. So yeah, good on him. Good to see you, Crow, man. How you doing?
Yes, y'all, we did it. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for all the support. I can't wait to show y'all how everything went down.
So yes, Fusi has apparently once again rose from the ashes. And honestly, the only...
Which is like, I guess his fourth or fifth time, you know, reinventing himself. It's just wild.
Crime he seems to be committing these days is being a little bit cringe.
Last time, I showed you how I make my pancakes. This time, it's waffles. I've got everything set up. I got my batter, I got my toppings, I got my waffle maker, and now we're ready. Hurry up! I love you. I hear you heating up. Just make the sound. Yay! And now, the pour. Yay! And now, the reveal.
This nigga's a homosexual.
Let's go. And the final results.
Get ready, because I'm about to put you in my mouth.
And I gotta be honest with you guys, the sad reality is that now that Fusi is not really crashing out, I don't think there's many people out there that are really gonna give him the attention that his ego desires. But I will say it is good to see him turning his life around, no matter how cringe I think he personally is to be saying, yay, and, ooh, I'm gonna put you in my mouth, when he's already like 40 fucking years old.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, I mean, you would say that he's had a good run, you know, he's experienced the entire spectrum of, you know, rising to fame, getting massive amounts of hate, to being completely, you know, a nuisance streamer, to getting bullied off the internet, to coming back and completely changing his whole trajectory, to getting on this whole health kick, to becoming a bodybuilder, you know, winner and stuff. And now he's just, you know, creating all this cringe content now. I mean, he's experienced the entire spectrum of what it means to be online, dude, chronically. And, yeah, I mean, he's a telltale sign of what we should all try to avoid in our lives. Oh, man. Let's see. Tito's will go saying, Camp, use the gay sound effect. You know what that's from, right? It's from when, it's from Vlad, when Vlad was talking about, he was talking to Ari Spears about it, and he's like, yeah, he's like, whenever I watch, he was talking about like watching X-rated clips, whatever, and he said, you know, being a straight guy watching gay X-rated videos, whatever, doesn't make you gay. And Ari Spears like, say that again? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, if you're a straight guy watching gay films, you know, that doesn't make you gay. And he just says,
this nigga's a homosexual.
I thought it was fucking great. I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of that button, you know, because the next videos we're going to be talking about, it's going to get pretty sus pretty quick. So I figured I'm going to need it.
And here we go.
Like, what the fuck? And the last thing I wanted to show you guys today was the co-founder of Kick speaking on the Vitaly situation.
Vitaly is set to be deported to Russia after spending over 9 months in a Philippine prison.
He did it, man. Like,
You do not earn that look without serving your time, man.
You know, I tell you what, 9 months in prison in the Philippines. Again, he fucked up big time, right? He fucked up big time. He went there and was being a nuisance. But geez, 9 months in prison. That's a long time. That's a very long time.
It was deserved. I don't know why they're just like, the thing is, his Kick account, I believe, got canceled after he was in jail. So I don't understand why they're like sympathizing for him, because I mean they saw what he did. You know, he did it on their platform. So I don't see why it's like, yeah, he did 9 months. He was supposed to do like 15 to 20 years, you know, but he was supposed to actually be in there for 2 years before even having a court date. But he got off easy because, you know, money talks, man. Cook Benny came back. He says he looks like a buff Buzz from Home Alone.
You know, glad to hear he's getting out, and hopefully, you know, hopefully he stays out. I think.
Are you talking about the was it the creator of Kick or whatever? This guy talking?
Oh,
I can barely see what he looks like. This looks like 180p video.
I think what he did, harassing people in the Philippines, it was not cool. But fuck, I must say, spending 9 months in prison because of that does.
He did more than harassing people. He was like messing with law enforcement. He was reaching for their guns. He stole a motorcycle. He took one hat off, and he even stole like a couple. Stole a fan. He stole a mask inside the mall, whatever. He was like he was more than just messing with people, man. He was causing some real havoc out there.
A little bit excessive, and geez, it looks like he spent 9 fucking years in there.
And so yes, I do have to believe that there is a pretty high chance that Vitaly will return to his
He is messed up in this photograph. Just look at the pupils. They're dilated.
Streaming ways. And if he plans to expose the Philippine government like he claimed, things could definitely get very interesting for him. But yes, I did just want to give you guys an update on this entire situation.
Shout out to Jamari on this. I mean, we weren't wrong. You know, we just said that we thought he was just going to be conscripted to the Russian military and be on the front lines. And I mean, it turned out it didn't work out for him. I mean, it worked out great for him. So yeah, good on him. So we're going to go ahead and get to the main event. The main event we're going to be talking about is Myron admits to getting Fresh to play the song. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, last week, the Red Pill Avengers all got together and they all decided to go out to Vendome. And they wanted to, when they were driving over there in the Sprinter van, somebody had the bright idea of playing Heil Hitler on the aux or the Bluetooth or whatever. So, and everybody ended up blaming Sneako for it. And then they went to the club and then they played it in the club and they got banned from everywhere, from all hospitality groups. That's restaurants and clubs across the US. So we're going to get down to the bottom of who actually played it. I'm think some of you guys might already know, but for those of you that haven't been, you know, following this whole story, we're going to cover everything tonight. So this is the first video. This is going to be them on the way to the Vendome club. And right now they're just, I think, Justin Waller's there, Clav's there, Sneako's in the back. You got Tristan Tate in the back, Myron in the back, and Nick Fuentes is in the back. And they're just jamming out to some country music. So the idea was, or what everybody is saying, is that Sneako grabbed the phone from Clav and he played the song, but I never see him do that. What I see is Myron get the phone and play the song, because Myron he's a weirdo. Oh, hold on, let's go back. Hold on. So right now they're jamming out to country. Okay, so Myron's looking at Sneako and he says, "You know what to do. It's time to play the song." So right now the phone is in his hand, okay, in Sneako's hand. I'm guessing he's on Rumble right now, and he is putting it to Heil Hitler because Myron's like, "Hey, it's time to play it."
This simple bedtime ritual.
Rumble ad because they don't have Rumble Premium. And this is I believe Jay Waller's phone. He doesn't have Rumble Premium. Oh, so Coke Benny says, so Sneako and Nick are talking again. Yeah, apparently nobody stands on business. Okay, like whatever drama they come up with, it's all artificial, you know, because as soon as they're around each other, they drop it, they shake hands, and they let bygones be bygones. Maybe it's just content. They're like, look, let's create some artificial content just for the week because nothing really happened. I'm guessing that that's what they do, and then once they all get together, everybody's just supposed to forget, okay? Just like we're supposed to forget about Myron and Nick Fuentes having issues as well. I think they later explained that they, you know, squash their beef and stuff, and you know they come together because Myron will always say it's better to be together as a united front, better together than divided. So none of these guys actually stand on business for what they are. I think a lot of it is just content for content's sake.
You may not know this, but the biological reason.
I don't watch Rumble.
So look, Clav is now handing the phone back, and Myron is going to intercept it right here. And basically what everybody's saying is that Myron told Sneako to, you know what you got to do right now. You got to put the song on. So he puts the song on, and then an ad plays. Clad gives the phone back. Myron takes it, and he skips the ad.
I don't watch Rumble.
The bottled water industry hates when you do this, but they can't do a damn thing about it. This bottle can slow aging,
Chris the legend. I love Chris. Chris the legend. Look, let me tell you something. Let's go. There was a storm. There was a storm in Sarasota.
Now there's a chance the stream might get taken down. I don't know. If it does, we'll just deal with it. But so in my eyes, I think Myron is the one that told Sneako, hey, you know what time it is? It's time to play that song, whatever. And, you know, Sneako and Myron, they have a close relationship. They pretty much are in sync when it comes to, like, these kind of things. Sneako was in Spain when Ye made the song and was premiering the song. So he knows that song inside and out and everything like that. So, and Myron loves the song because he plays it all the time on his stream and stuff. And so... yeah, he's just always come on like, come on, let's play that song. Let's play the song. Because, you know, he's got this weird thing about worshiping Hitler. It's kind of wild, man. But it's, you know, Hitler wouldn't take any of these guys if he was still alive. He's actually probably rolling over in his ashes, whatever, by now. So I don't know. Myron is such an antisocial nerd, man. Like, look at this guy. Just pay attention to everybody's behavior in here. So, like, Nick Fuentes in the back is jamming out. Tristan Tate is nodding his head back and forth. Clav is, like, singing along, whatever. Sneako is singing along to certain parts. You know, Myron's going crazy. You don't really see Andrew Tate, and you don't really see Jay Waller and his reaction because he actually gets out of frame here. So it's mainly these guys, the four guys in the back and Clav, that are like really jamming to this. The reason we're paying attention to their behavior is because the switch up is about to be crazy. And yeah, so that was the clip of we saw it with our own eyes. How it all started, it was Myron that basically told him to go ahead and do it. Let's go to the next one. This one is going to be Tristan. He's going to go ahead and tweet on Sneako on Reddit here. So let's go to it. Hold on. Is this it? Yeah. Let's go back. It's down here. Oh, actually, before I show that, I need to show this. This is Myron caught in 180p requesting HH in the club and playing HH in the sprinter. So I think this is the video. Hold on, let me size it up here. And I'm going to bring it over to the bigger screen here. that's pretty much as big as I can get it. So let's listen to this here. So it's kind of dark, but you can see, let's see. Yeah, you got Nick Fuentes right here. Clav is right here. This is Jay Waller, it looks like. But yeah, let's keep going. And Myron is right here, all the way to the left. He's talking to Clav, and he's also talking to Nick.
Let's kick the ugly bitches. He's gonna get them to play HH.
He's gonna get him to play HH.
Oh, hell yeah.
So who's he gonna get? Basically, Fresh is the one that set up this whole VIP section and stuff like that in the club. He's the one that got everybody in. So it was Myron that told Fresh to tell the DJ to play HH in the club. And this is what we already saw. We already saw this with our own eyes, but this has captions to it. But we've already seen this already, so we don't need to watch that part. But so, yeah, that's kind of you guys can form your own opinions, but this is basically what it is. Let's go back. So it was Myron who told Sneako in the Sprinter van, you know what time it is, whatever. You're like, you know what you need to do. So they put on the song in the van. And then Myron also told Walter Fresh to go play HH in the club. Now, we're going to talk about the next video is going to be Tate on the PVD podcast. This is during the aftermath of them getting banned and stuff. So it was on the news and everything. So let's check it out.
People laughing and celebrating Heil Hitler and Adolf Hitler. I cannot believe we're even seeing this and witnessing Miami Beach.
A Miami Beach nightclub catching heat, accused of celebrating hate with a song about Hitler.
Absolute disgust. Disgusted, horrified.
City leaders reacting to videos making the rounds on social media featuring the Kanye West song with the lyrics Heil Hitler over and over again. The same men seen in the club, known as controversial influencers, are also in a video from a limo. In that one, they're singing, and one of them is performing a Nazi salute.
Have people in our city celebrating this. Animals.
This is obviously not welcome in Miami Beach. It should not be welcome anywhere in the world. And by the way, I spoke to other club operators. They are not welcome in their club. How they got into this club, open arms, I want to know how.
The videos are from Saturday night. This one inside the Club Vendome at 743 Washington Avenue. The club releasing a statement on social media that reads in part, "We want to be unequivocally clear. Vendome and our hospitality group do not condone anti-Semitism, hate speech, or prejudice of any kind." It goes on to state, "We are deeply disturbed by the harm caused by this incident and the circulation of this footage." The Post explains the business is looking into safeguards and procedures to make sure this doesn't happen again. As for the men in the video celebrating the song, the mayor has...
Can pause it at this time. I barely even see me in any of this.
Yeah.
Firstly.
Well, Andrew Tate was off screen because he wasn't on the stage where the elevated part where all those other guys were. Fresh was also in there too. You guys just probably couldn't see him because it was so dark, but I mean that's besides the point. But so I believe also in the Sprinter van it was Fresh that was behind the camera that was filming everybody, which was why we didn't see him in the van either. So Coke Manny came back. He says Nick looks so out of place in that suit. Well, that was his first clubbing experience ever. So the fact that this made, news and everything, and now they've been banned from everywhere in Miami in terms of like restaurants and bars and stuff. It's kind of funny, kind of poetic, and I believe Clav as well. He's only 20. He wasn't even supposed to be old enough to even get in the club. Somehow he got in the club, and now he's banned from everyone. Everybody in that group was banned. So,
but I want to be very careful here because I don't want to deflect too heavily. I don't want to be blaming other people, etc.
So what we need to pay attention is the language of Andrew Tate, because now he is he just said he's not trying to blame anybody, okay? So he's not going to try to, you know, say, oh, it's this person's fault, whatever, but just watch what he says and what he does and how he tries to dodge the accountability of the whole situation.
A whole bunch of songs were played that night, none of which I requested. None. I walk into a nightclub and songs are played. Unfortunately, if anything happens anywhere near me, it gets tied to my name. If someone got shot in that club, they would have said, Andrew Tate's in a nightclub where this man got shot. I didn't shoot him. I didn't pull the trigger. I don't know who the fuck he is. I was there and the song was played. The actual conversation I think that's interesting to have when it comes to this is the nature of the internet and the nature of influencing in general. Because I think we're living in a world now where only shock value seems to get anybody's attention for any significant period of time because everyone's dopamine receptors are completely fried. So all of these young influencers or anyone on the internet who's trying to make any name for themselves is trying to be as controversial and shocking as possible as quickly as possible. And that's why the song was played, because it gets views. That's why. I didn't play it. I didn't ask them to play it. I didn't dance. I didn't sing. In fact, the only time you see me on there is me storming out of the bus saying this is ridiculous and leaving.
I don't know, man. I don't think he stormed out of the bus. I think he got out of the bus because they arrived. And, you know, just the way that the video, you know, ended with it when they were, you know, doing the Roman salute in the van, and then, you know, it cuts to Andrew Tate and he's getting out. It's because they got there, you know. It's not that he stormed out. And even in the footage of them, you know, at the club, inside the club, you see Andrew Tate smiling. You see Tristan Tate, you know, with his hands up and stuff like that. They're rocking out. Everybody's rocking out. And I mean, I hope you guys don't have amnesia, but there is a part, you know, probably about, I don't know, a couple months back, where Andrew Tate is playing that song in his Bugatti. You know, he's just happy to be, he's happy to be free and got to play the song. And yeah, I mean, it's just like, it was no big deal. You know, he even said on camera, which, you know, that's going to be the video after this, that we should bring back Nazi salutes and all that stuff. You know, he didn't see it as a bad thing. So, but let's continue. Let's keep going. He's saying he's not going to try to place any blame on anybody, but he does.
But I know why it was played. It was played because of this. It was played because it gets traction in a world where everybody is bored of everything all of the time. And that's why these young people are encouraged constantly to try and do the most shocking thing possible. You see this not just with this song. You see this on all their streams. They're running people over and doing retarded shit constantly.
Talking about Clav. You know, and this is also, okay, we got to remember that this is the first time that Andrew Tate has met Nick Fuentes and also has met Clav. So he doesn't have any allegiance to them. So in terms of, I mean, he has a little bit more allegiance to Nick because of, you know, when they first met, they had a really good conversation. I think Tristan Tate was the one that said that Nick Fuentes is the last N-word left, basically. And it was funny because, you know, he has no allegiance to either of them. So he's like, look, I have nothing to do with this. Okay. It's not, everything was done and I had no control over it. I was the victim here. And Coke, when he came back, he's like, Andrew Tate,
I don't know. I could care less.
It's not me, man. It was them.
So I'm not here to make excuses for myself. I'm not here to say it wasn't me. I'm not here to, you know, blame someone else. But it is kind of ridiculous. It does feel a bit unfair that I'm standing in a nightclub. A song comes on that I did not request. A song comes on that I do not dance to. I do not repeat the lyrics to. I just stand there. And then they want to attribute somehow the song playing to me and it all being my fault.
That's a fair argument, but
And what PBD is about to say is really kind of something that I think every normal person should think. You know, you're kind of guilty by association, okay? You're with the group of people that's going buck wild over this. And I'm sure there were people that were in that club that had no idea what was going on. And, you know, maybe people of, you know, that were Jewish in there, they're like, whoa, why is this song being played? This is crazy, you know? So, yeah, I mean, I don't see how he doesn't see how this was a bad thing, you know, like he's just like it wasn't my fault. It's better just to take the stance that I had nothing to do with it. I just happened to be there when these guys had the plan to do this.
You know, to the average person that's watching it, you know, back in the days when I'm younger, I'm in a car with a guy who I get out of the military. It's December 23rd, 97. The guy's got a bunch of pot in the back of his trunk. Cops come out.
Yep.
and I'm in the Army, and my guy's calling me, telling me, hey, you got to figure something out. You can't be involved in something like this.
Yeah.
So guilty by association, it's the first thing they're going to say. You hung out with these guys. When I watched the video, Andrew, with you and them, Tristan looks extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, remember I was telling you to watch the video, watch each person's behavior. We saw Tristan Tate when he was in the van. He had his hand up, he was bobbing his head, he was jamming out, and then when he was in the club, he had his hand up, he was jamming out as well. So I didn't get uncomfortable from that whole footage. But PBD is running interference for the Tates because they're friends, you know, and they're basically doing their job right now to kind of clear his name. That's what this whole podcast is about.
And the way you were smiling, because I saw a lot of, everyone's texting me. You know, you and I communicate, we have conversations together. You looked extremely uncomfortable as well. Your smile.
The way you were smiling. The way you were smiling, man, you just felt so guilty.
But you're not, you know already what's going to happen. It was almost a look where I said, Tate knows what's about to happen next.
Yeah, the shock value really isn't worth it to me. I mean, I've said some shocking things, and people will believe my brand is built on shock value, but I think they're at least shocking opinions. I like to think that I'm sitting there saying, this is my opinion, you may find it shocking, but this is what I truly believe. These are my worldviews, and perhaps there's a lot of people who agree with me, disagree with me, but to just shock and offend purely for the purpose of shocking and offending, I think that that's something that has plagued the internet for a while, but it's getting worse and worse, and you notice it across the entire streaming world because people are struggling to get any kind of views or shake people out of apathy. And when I talk to anybody below 25 who's doing anything on the internet, their only intention is to be as shocking and therefore as offensive as possible. That's what they're sitting there thinking. How do I get everybody to panic within 3 seconds? Otherwise, they're going to scroll past me.
I mean, didn't Andrew Tate kind of do the blueprint to that whole thing? You know, just say that women can't drive and that women are only good for, you know, certain things, whatever, and the men are superior and all this stuff. It was like he was kind of the shock jock, you know, a couple years ago. You know, like that was kind of, he was the one that kind of laid the groundwork for all these other guys to kind of follow him and kind of do the same thing. Let's go to the next video here. This next video is going to be by WestJet. Circling back, he did a video on this, and this one's called Andrew Tate Just Ended His Career. This is going to kind of shed a little bit more light on this whole situation, the way that he is trying to position himself as, I didn't do anything wrong here.
Massive day for the unemployed. Andrew Tate just ended his career. So these guys were all hanging out. They were listening.
Oh, wait, we got to go back. Coke Benny saying that Nick looks out of place in that suit. Yeah, he looks like a little like a class president here. And you know, of course, Myron, this is like his best. This is his Sunday best. This is the best he can do here. Everybody else is you know, wearing suits and stuff. I mean, and of course, you know, they had to clip out Fresh, man. Fresh, he's right over here. You guys can't see it, but this is his foot. That's his leg. That's his arm. He's part of it. But yeah, it's funny because all of the photos that came out of this picture, all the AI photos and everything, all of it has Fresh clipped out of it. So I don't know if Fresh like really cares that he's not really part of this in crowd here. They'd rather just kind of push him off to the side, crop him out, you know, because he kind of brings down the vibe of the room, I guess you could say, you know, because you know he's such a loser. And but yeah, let's keep going.
All hanging out. They were listening to some Kanye West, some of that new Kanye. So then they hit a nightclub in Miami and were playing the song there, and boy oh boy. Miami local news reported on Clav, the Tate brothers, Nick Fuentes, Sneako, and Myron playing Ye's band song.
Sonic back is like, well, I laughed my ass off, the Fresh crop out. Yeah, dude. The thing is, I mean, look here, Fresh is right here, like front row center, smiling, having a good old time, and he's been banned too. So what does that mean for him? That means, damn, my whole networking thing, I can't get into restaurants, I can't get into clubs. He's gonna have to stop. He's gonna take all that money that he spends on those hookers and escorts, whatever. He's gonna need to pay the door people. He's gonna pay the security, pay maybe the club owners, whatever, to get him in there, because he's like, dude, if I can't go to the club, I ain't got nothing. And I mean, that's his whole network. That's his network is his net worth. Okay, I believe he's writing a book on that. Nobody read it, please don't read it. But what I can tell you is that you take away his networking situation where he's just banned from everywhere, oh yeah, dude, he's done. He's got nothing left.
2 club employees were fired for playing the song, and almost every club in Miami has now banned them.
So much for the master networker, bro. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to start simping for the club owners now, man. He's gonna be like, please, I need this. You have no idea how much it's. It's gonna be wild, dude.
People laughing and celebrating. Heil and Adolf. I cannot believe we're even seeing this and witnessing in Miami Beach.
A Miami Beach nightclub catching heat, accused of celebrating hate with a song about
Absolute disgust.
Disgusted, horrified.
Controversial influencers are also in a video from a limo. In that one, they're singing and one of them is performing a Nazi salute.
Bro, chill. He's black. They went through slavery. He's allowed.
Exo Charles, welcome to the stream, sir. Hello, everyone. The Red Pill Avengers drama is crazy this week. Yeah, dude. I mean, I was like, dude, I already knew what the thumbnail was going to look like. And it went through like one other iteration before going on this final one. But I was just like, dude, Civil War. That's the first thing that comes to mind, because now they're all turning on each other. And, you know, they're all blaming on Sneako, who Sneako said, he's like, look, I'm the top G now because Andrew Tate folded on the PBD podcast. He basically, you know, he caved to Adam Sosnick. And yeah, he's just like, it wasn't me, man. I had no control over the situation, you know? It was Sneako. And so yeah, Sneako being the new top G, I thought of the funny new anagram. Top G means the one person guilty. The one person guilty is top G.
Animals.
This is obviously not welcome in Miami Beach. It should not be welcome anywhere in the world.
And by the way,
I'm sorry, not the one person. It's the only person guilty. The only person guilty is Sneako in the situation, and he claimed to be the top G over, you know, the past week, and he wanted to be the new top G. I'm like, well, you are the only person guilty. That's what top G stands for.
To other club operators, they are not welcome in their club. How they got into this club, open arms. I want to know how.
It was Fresh. Okay, Fresh is the one that got him in. Okay.
And you are not welcome in Miami Beach.
This was pretty serious. So Andrew Tate went on PBD's podcast to kind of like clear his name.
I want to be very careful here because I don't want to deflect too heavily. I don't want to be blaming other people, etc. A whole bunch of songs were played that night, none of which I requested. None. I didn't play it. I didn't ask them to play it. I didn't dance. I didn't sing. I'm not here to make excuses for myself. I'm not here to say it wasn't me.
And then he started.
You know what they could have totally done? They could have taken Bottom G, the guy that is like Andrew Tate's like doppelganger, and kind of had him like superimposed him in the club dancing to the HH song, and they would have completely like made this clip completely wrong, because he's like, no, we actually got video of you dancing in the club, and just have top G dancing in the club. That would have been funny as fuck. Coke Many came back and says, Camp is the king of acronyms. Well, you know, it took me a moment to think about it, but I was just like, it just kind of came to me too. I was just like, top G, the only person guilty. Yeah, it makes sense, because they all kind of converged on Sneako.
To make a bunch of excuses and blame Sneako.
I have to guess. I think Sneako may have put the song on, who I'd met many times before. But it was a long night. It was 6 or 7 hours.
How many hours?
6 or 7. You fool. I'm just going to say I didn't do it. I'm just going to say that I didn't play the song. I don't find the song funny. I didn't think it was appropriate to do.
I didn't think it was appropriate to do. Come on now, you were playing it on your own accord like a couple weeks back, and I think they're going to show it too. They're going to show him actually doing that.
Sacrifice that title of this retarded. Guess you're not top G anymore. Stole that shit. You don't know what to do with that shit. Give me that shit.
Basically, Sneako is saying that Andrew Tate folded.
Andrew Tate posted this today. He's wearing the Burger King hat, right? Do you guys know why he's holding this? It's because this is a meme where a white guy was on the plane and started saying the hard R. He's like, oh, look, I'm the edgy guy who says a racial slur. Actually, no, you're not. You folded when it came to anti-Semitism.
Well, didn't we see a picture of, was it Fresh wearing the Burger King thing at one point? I don't even want to go back to it, but I remember vividly Fresh wearing the Burger King pic in a photograph from one of my past live streams. So I just feel like he took the crown from Fresh.
No, I think Andrew Tate was scared of the commissioner who said he wasn't welcome in Miami and told him to piss off. Also, Andrew Tate literally uploaded this video listening to the Kanye song in his Bugatti.
You know, I'm kind of thinking we should bring the salute back. Because the people we've been arguing with for the last 4 years have no interest in objective truth. They're only interested in twisting things to slander us.
Some Canadians watching this going like, oh my god, Top G, you're so right, man. Andrew Tate and Big...
I can't believe they did that guy like
2026? Yikes, dude. I have never seen somebody who wasn't a straight-up third worlder watch this guy because, you know, they're jealous of the lavish things he owns. Voila, the timeline cares more about listening to 40 seconds of a song than it ever cared about the ongoing genocide in Palestine. It's been a week. This is America. Grow the f up. Bro literally used the "there's a genocide going on. How could you care about something else" argument. Anyway, the reactions of the other guys were quite different than Andrew Tate's. Myron quadrupled down.
And you are not welcome in Miami Beach.
I got my $7,000. I don't give a shit about.
You think Myron cares about being banned from the clubs or restaurants? Didn't he already say that fine dining was a scam and that he doesn't like going to clubs because that's where women are? It's like the whole reason they even went to the club was because it was Nick Fuentes' first time going to the club. They don't go to clubs like that. I mean, we've seen the boat rides that, you know, Myron's all about. You know, he kicks all the women out. He just wants just the men, you know, they're dancing with each other because that's better for him, you know? So Myron's not really losing much being banned from everywhere in terms of restaurants and clubs and stuff, because it's not going to affect him. He's just going to Uber Eats. You know, he's going to Uber Eats like he always does, and he's going to stay inside and stream 7 times a day.
No, this guy's actually crazy. What the hell?
The recent incident went viral, truthfully, Jack, with all due respect, because I was there. If Myron Clav, Sneak, and Nick went to the club and played that song, no one would have gave. Never would have been on the national news, never would have been a big issue. If Clav and Sneako play that song right now on stream, which they've done 1,000 times, guess what's going to happen? Nothing. They're nobodies. But Andrew Tate was there.
Wow, he's dissing clavicular too? I wonder if he's gonna... that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Why would you invite him over if you think he's a nobody?
I cannot condone this usage of AI, bro. What is this? While Andrew Tate is doing an...
Hey, I had to pay off the thumbnail, okay?
apology tour, Clavicular is doing this.
Keep in mind, Clav is like 20 years old, okay? 20 years old, is just now getting out there, trying to make a name for himself, you know. He's, you know, right now a lot of people are gathering around him for the whole black pill thing, for the looks maxing thing and stuff. But now he is going to have to deal with the fact that the company he was hanging around with is getting him all kinds of banned. The only thing he can actually go to is going to be things that he is like, if he can go to like a brand risk event by Aiden Ross, he can do that. But as far as going to like a restaurant or going to a club and stuff, yeah, he's going to be banned. Everybody knows. Because at least in Miami, like, that's all basically owned by a lot, you know, a lot of the same types of people. So
he's just flexing to the Kanye song. And Clavicular wasn't the only one who doubled down. Nick Fuentes did as well.
You cannot offend the Jews. It's a song by a black guy, and it's kind of a joke. But again, you put on a song that says and everybody loses their minds.
Funny thing is, Andrew Tate was acting as if he was the issue, but all of the news articles are listing Nick Fuentes' name first.
Damn, Nick Fuentes got top billing on this whole thing.
A bunch of grown men telling another grown man not to hang out with a group of men. Is this Mean Girls? Tate falling in line with the Matrix.
They use you, which I know you're upset. You have to be. They use you to play that song to be like, look who's with us. And you're right. I saw you. You walked right out. And even in the nightclub, you were kind of like, whatever.
No, I'm sorry. How stupid do you have to be to believe that?
No,
He's
smiling
in the nightclub.
He's happy,
full
man.
freaking smile, cheered at people. Like, if he didn't like the situation, he was.
Look. I want you guys to look. Look at Tristan, man. He's got a cigarette or whatever in his hand or whatever. He's got his hands up.
That he could have walked away. And look at Tristan vibing too. Can you really blame them? The song is a banger. The instrumental is good.
Yeah, I think Tristan explicitly told me that Sneako played the song.
You know, he kind of threw Sneako under the bus, man. And Andrew Tate likes to do this thing where he's like, oh, I would never snitch on my friends, and I could blame everybody else and deflect, but I'm not going to do that. And then immediately proceeds to do that. Andrew Tate exposed as a fraud in the past year. Claimed to be a devout Muslim, but took a casino deal with Duel. Claimed to be a high-level kickboxer, lost to a reality TV star.
Dude, that was tough. That hurt him a lot. And then also, saying that crypto was a scam and then doing his own crypto coin.
Claimed to be top G, but snitched on Sneako after being accused of anti-Semitism. I don't know, it just feels like he's talked all that talk, but when it came to walking the walk, he's sort of folding.
He folded under zero pressure.
At the end of the day, these are apparently strongest soldiers, and they're just a bunch of black guys and Mexicans. America's a profoundly diverse nation, therefore even our Nazis are DEI. You don't even have to like Hassan to see what's going on here. It is pretty funny. Most white supremacists aren't even white. And funnily enough, Sneako actually got banned from all of the clubs in Miami.
Oh, Sneako's a loser. You got banned from the club. You got banned from the club. Man, f the club.
I get that it's bad PR for clubs right now, but it's sort of like almost making him a martyr, if you know what I'm saying.
And I am tired of us being on the defensive and explaining ourselves to people who have no interest in the truth and no interest in our side of the story and are going to lie anyway. It's time we move from the defensive to the offensive. So I'm sorry to anybody who is offended.
I love this. This is the offensive, okay? He said all that, but this is the offensive that we got to witness.
I'm sorry to anybody who's offended. If I had played the song myself and danced around to it, sure, I was in a car.
Can I?
That's my answer.
Can I, dude?
Damn, son. Maturing is realizing that Andrew Tate is the Matrix. He's like, yeah, go f some bitches. No, dude. Delay your gratification. Invest your money. Save. Be smart. The harder you chase a bitch, the bigger the bitch you become. I think Marcus Aurelius said that or something. Anyway, Fresh from Fresh and Fit.
Oh, Fresh trying to stay relevant in any of this. He wasn't mentioned anywhere on the news because, even though he was the one that got the song played in the club because of Myron, he's now trying to start beef with Sneako to kind of drive people towards his page. He's like, look, I'm going to drop a whole 3-hour exposed live stream on the Fresh and Fit channel so we can see what the whole truth is.
No one threw Sneako under the bus. The bus hit Sneako full on because he thinks content is life. Cry some more, buddy. And Taint said, there is a lot more to life than silly streams, especially if you really want to win this war. Hide your power level. The war against the city of Miami.
And then I said to Tristan, anyone who names themselves Sneako, like, you're naming yourself Sneaky. Imagine I was saying, hey, my name's Rat.
With that logic, Cobra Tate, you're a snake. Like, at this point, he can't even get Sneako's name out of his mouth. The amount of deflecting he did is honestly sad. Lover hates Sneako, but he's way more consistent than Andrew Tate, and that's not even a hot take. Again, why is Andrew Tate now denying any association with anyone that played the song when he literally posted a video of himself blasting it in his own Bugatti? Was Sneako connected to his Bugatti's Bluetooth? I wonder what changed. Clav could not believe Tate tried throwing him under the bus on a podcast.
Song. You see this on all their streams. They're running people over, doing retarded shit constantly.
Bruh.
So
see, it's like the Red Pill is just kind of caving on each other right now. It's like they're all just trying to save, well, at least the Tates are trying to save themselves and be like, look, we were innocent bystanders, okay? We were just trying to go out there to support our friends, and we didn't know they were going to do all this to us.
All right. You don't got to throw me under the bus with the car thing.
Well, that turned out to be a nothing burger, which, we ended up finding out. It was just, it was just for content.
I do retarded like that as an example. It's like, I feel like we could do better.
The mayor called me up. The mayor called me up today, and he said, if you want to be welcome in Miami again, if you don't want to go be in the cold New York all the time, you got to apologize. He said you need to apologize if you want to still enjoy Miami, if you want to be welcome in Miami.
Maybe I'm cooked in the head, but I do feel that this is a bit overblown. It's not like he made this song. He just played it. And he wasn't even the person who played it in the nightclub. Be mad at the employees, if anything. I still think it's kind of pathetic from Andrew Tate to essentially...
I mean, the employees wouldn't have played it if Myron didn't ask Fresh to play the song. So, I mean, it was bad judgment, definitely on their part. But, I think if they never did that, they would have still had a job. So, yeah, I mean, you got to take accountability. You got to start from the actual source. It was all Myron's fault.
Sneako the fall guy for all of it when they were all clearly listening to the song and nobody said anything in the moment to stop him. In the moment, Andrew Tate didn't care, but as soon as this escalated, he tucked his tail between his legs and ran away, blaming everything on Sneako.
He'll always.
And let's think about this real quick. Why blame Sneako out of everybody in that group? Okay. I mean, yes, he did just meet Nick Fuentes. He also just met Clav, whatever. But I think in terms of people that Andrew Tate knows and people that have snaked Andrew Tate, Sneako and him have had a little bit of a spotty past. Okay. So I think that was kind of something that, you know, Sneako is kind of the easiest mark to make out of that entire group. He's not going to throw Jay Waller under the bus. Jay Waller, he was the guy that was listening to country music before the whole thing. He didn't even know about this song. Myron is like his ultimate glazer, okay? Myron said, he's like, look, I would go to jail with Andrew Tate. Doesn't matter, you know, doesn't matter what bad things he does. He's still going to be loyal to him no matter what. So he's not going to throw Myron under the bus, even though Myron was the cause of all of this. Fresh is kind of like, by extension, kind of safe because he's the one that kind of got them all in the club, including Clav, you know, who's underage. He's not going to throw Tristan, his own brother, under the bus. Nick Fuentes is, you know, they already had that conversation before they even got in the van that, you know, they back him and his whole movement, the whole group. He has all the Groper army, okay? So, and they've actually come at Tate before previously, so he doesn't want the Groypers on his ass. So who's left? Sneako, okay? He already kind of understands Sneako's position, that Sneako looks up to him, you know? Even though Sneako has made content against Tate, you know, whenever he's been wronged by him, and he did it all this week. Of course, it's easy to pick Sneako as the easy choice. It just makes sense. Everybody else, it's like, no, Sneako he beats everybody in terms of who to pin this on.
Self-sabotage, he'll always up, he'll always talk about someone that he needed later on, he'll always chase clicks instead of think ahead. He's just too stupid. So he'll always be stuck where he is.
Yeah, you wanted to be in my video, you asked to, and then you said there were no issues, guy.
We're out of time for this video.
Yeah, so that is that video. Oh, hold on. Let's go back. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is on Reddit. Academics got on stream with Sneako. Sneako basically did a lot of collaborations this whole week because, you know, this week he was going to be, at the end of it, he was going to go back to New York because he couldn't go anywhere else in Miami. So he did a lot of collaborations, and he did collaboration with Academics. And this is just a 2-minute 30 clip, whatever, of Academics trying to bridge the gap between Fresh and Sneako. And we're going to see kind of how Fresh quickly addresses this whole situation.
Not you and Fresh, man. You guys got to get over that shit.
No, right now he's on. No, he's blaming the whole shit on me right now. He tried to apologize to me. He was saying that, oh, let's be friends. Let's squash it. You know, didn't say nothing in my face. I said, let's get in a fight. He didn't want to do it. Yeah. And now he's trying to put.
Fresh is he's come at Sneako before in terms of like his whole content creation style. You know, saying that the red pill is dead and stuff. He approached him on the street and, you know, tried to like grab him by the neck and everything. And he's just like, yo, you're talking all that trash, whatever. And then he just kept yapping. And Sneako was like, well, do you want to do anything about it? And he's like, no, I'm just trolling. You know, because that's his answer to everything. Fresh is always going to say, I'm just trolling, you know? And same thing when they were in the studio, the Fresh and Fit studio, and he was, you know, grilling them and telling them how, you know, how he got banned and how it was stupid because, you know, he told the truth and stuff. And Sneako was like, look, regardless, you know, you tell the truth regardless if that's what you want to stand on and stuff. He's like, if you guys don't want to tell the truth, that's fine. You want to run around with, you know, hoes and stuff on Twitter and do all kinds of stuff, all degenerate stuff. He's like, but don't shame me for wanting to tell the truth. It's like there's people that need to do it, that need to take the hits, that need to get banned and stuff. And Fresh had this stupid little thought process. Is just like, well, what happens when you get banned? What happens to your voice? And it's like, dude, you're not saying anything that nobody already knows, you know? So then at the end of it, he was just like, well, I'm just trolling you. And that's the whole reason why I'm even jumping on you about it. It's like, because I'm just trolling you. I'm just like, come on, Fresh, why are you just yapping now? At this point, you're just yapping like the girls on your podcast. And it's just his thing, man. He always likes to yap. And it's annoying. Kokomani came back. He says, well, what's this about him approaching him on the street? So Walt was in his car, and I guess Sneako was doing an IRL stream on the streets of Miami, and he got out of his car. He literally got out of the car while the traffic was stopped and stuff. Saw Sneako live streaming, and he confronted him about the whole talking nasty on the Red Pill. I think it was during the time that Rollo Tomasi had told, guys, if you want to become a high value man, you need to get a vasectomy or whatever. And Sneako and Destiny kind of came together in that moment to kind of be like, that's bullshit. It's like, why are you trying to sterilize all these young men and trying to make them in the guise of making them all become a high value man or whatever like that. So anyway, after that happened, that was when Fresh confronted him on the street about that, about talking bad about the Red Pill and everything, and then it ended up being nothing, because he was just like, I'm just trolling, I'm not being serious, whatever, because he was willing to box him. He's like, look, you want to box, whatever, and then that whole boxing match thing where he challenged him to a boxing match, and then he ended up backing out. Fresh ended up backing out of it because he just kept making all these excuses and stuff, and so yeah, that never happened. But yeah, now it's happening again. He's starting to call him out. And Fresh is not saying that he wants to do something to Sneako. He's saying that he wants something to happen to him for creating this whole mess. He's still kind of running with the whole narrative that Sneako is to blame for all of this, when it's really Myron.
The blame on me and throw me under the bus the same way the Tates are. It's fraudulent. It's fake. There's nothing honorable about that. It's pathetic. And it gets to a certain point, like as a man, how do you have so little self-respect? You ask somebody to fight. You do nothing in person. You get quiet. And
I'm gonna call him.
And then you go right back. And then you go right back online and continue talking.
Show tonight?
No, nobody watches. It's like, who cares? It doesn't matter. These sort of people, like I'm
gonna squash that beef right now, man. I'm squashing the beef right now, man. Y'all in the same room.
Look how successful he's about to squash this beef. They met up at the party and stuff like that, and during the time that they were in the club, Fresh was trying to like squash things with Sneako and trying to get like drinks and stuff with him, whatever. And Sneako was just like, dude, I don't really fuck with you, man. But like I said, these guys don't really stand on business. They kind of like, they act a certain way in front of the camera, but then when they get around each other and they're on camera, it's like they just kind of squash it,
if I was in that room, maybe a lot of things go differently. But
you're giving somebody like, look, did you even see anybody mention this guy? No, nobody knows who he is. In all the articles, everything, nobody even mentions it.
Yo, I'm on live, man. Oh shit, are you streaming too?
I'm on too. Yeah, he's a pod. He actually tells people, yo, bro, I'm live right now, bro. Man, I'm exposing Sneako for who he really is.
Yo,
you guys hear this? I'm gonna expose Sneako for who he really is.
Got Sneako on my stream. Like, I'm on.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane, guys?
No, fuck you, nigga.
Damn, well.
You see it act in fork. You see how the energy is. You see how the energy is face to face, and then this is.
It's not even face to face. It's over the phone. He acts all big and bad like over the phone, but then when you see him in person, he folds like immediately. So Fresh is not really somebody to be feared, like everybody's thinking. Like he's got all these connections and stuff. Like, no, dude. I think he's all talk, man. That pug is all bark and no bite, dude.
The pill is dead. These people don't stand on anything. They're only in it for money. They have no principles. They're not men of their word. They're clout chasers. It's like there's no self-respect whatsoever. And I've been saying this, right? Tate said, like, he's saying all this stuff on PBD, and he's like, oh, Sneako talks shit about me. To my face, he shakes my hand, and he says, there's no issue. There's no problem. We shook hands, and it was fine. When he leaves, he says, okay, let's do something in New York. I'm going to come to New York next week. I'm going to pull up. Let's make a video. He wanted to do one of my YouTube videos. I'm a YouTuber. I'm not even a streamer. He says all that. Then goes on PBD. Tristan Tate calls the other guy and says it's all my fault. All these people are fraudulent. They're not in it for the truth. They're not in it for the reasons that I thought that we were in it for. They're in it for money. They're in it for networking. They're in it for opportunity.
I mean, the Tates already kind of had an issue with Sneako already from the past and stuff. So they were just kind of like extending a little bit of an olive branch once they got together. They were just like, look, it's not that big of a deal and stuff. But then once the controversy happened, they had to make a choice really quick. Like, who do we throw under the bus? Who do we blame all this on? Whatever. Who do we get the narrative shifted towards so we can kind of clear our names? And it ended up being Sneako. And I think it was easy for them to revert back and just Be like, look, we don't really mess with Sneako, man. He's a guy that's gonna talk shit, talk trash about us, and then he's gonna throw stones, and then he's gonna hide his hand once he's around us.
It's all fraudulent, and there's no. Why would I squash something? Right? There's nothing. There's nothing. These people are nothing.
So that was that. That was basically Walter trying to insert himself in this situation to, be relevant in it, since he hasn't really been in any of the I guess the controversy around it. Everybody's kind of forgot about him. So let's see. Walter begging not to be okay. Looks like Walter begging not to be banned from Miami nightclubs. This is basically the call that he got from I think it was one of the mayors or one of the people, I guess, that were connected to the hospitality group. So let's check this out.
Used to be. So I think that's
well, that guy Dave Grutman, I'm sure you know him. He's said that he's banning us from all of his establishments in Miami.
Oh, wait, this isn't it. Sorry, this is not it. I thought that was it. Let me see. No. Where is it? I gotta go back. No. Oh, wait, zero accountability. No, that's not it. Okay, Gary and Walter, they dropped a 3-hour hit piece on Sneako. They believe Sneako's problem with Tate started because Sneako has feminine energy and a beta mindset. Sneako was super fan who didn't get any of Tate's attention and validation. I'm not really going to watch that. That's a 3-hour bullshit session. I hate watching anything with Fresh now. This right here, this is the tweet from Tristan, and let's check on this one real quick. Everybody, hold on, let's see if I can make this bigger for you guys. Everybody on the bus saw Sneako take the phone from Justin Waller's hand, turn off the country music, and put on HH. I normally wouldn't tell on him, but it was live streamed to 50,000 people in HD. Putting people with far more to lose in compromising situations for clicks isn't a cool thing to do. If he were under 1% of the gunfire Andrew and I were, I wouldn't have done that to him. So that was that. Let's go back here. Cabos came back. He says, "Do you see the video of Myron and Sneako talking in the car?" Yeah, that's what I'm going to next, actually, because the video is basically Myron telling him that he's going to talk to Fresh about this whole thing, and Sneako, he just kind of he's like, look, they're already talking live about this. I don't understand why you want to settle this offline. It's like Tate's already made a video. Fresh has already dropped a 3-hour exposed video on your channel. It's like, it's messed up. So let's check it out.
But yeah, I'm definitely. He doesn't fucking stop, dude. You keep saying like you're gonna talk to this guy. Look, I don't even want to say this on stream. Yeah, just don't even bring it up, bro. Don't even give it anything right now. It's fine. I'm already on it, man. No, you're saying you're on it, but they don't stop, Myron. Like you're saying you're on it, and they're showing no intention of stopping. They're dedicating their entire platforms and careers to try to ruin me. I mean, people are gonna say like I'm being like I'm, getting upset or crashing out. That's their entire platform. Your manager and your co-host right now. They're doing it literally right now.
This goes to show you how much control that Myron really has over the channel. He has pretty much like less than 50% of control. I mean, he is kind of the creative talent on the show, but in terms of like what gets posted and what doesn't get posted, I mean, it's like he really doesn't have a say in the matter. It's like if Fresh wants to do a 3-hour exposed video on Sneako on the Fresh and Fit channel, he can do it. And Myron's just like, oh, I'll just settle it offline or whatever. It's like, how good of a friend is he really, man? I don't know. I think that, the thing is, Myron's whole stance about this is that, yeah, I don't want to have this publicly online, me calling Fresh out and holding him accountable because we know that it's just going to feed the haters and stuff. But it's just kind of this clip right here is really exposing how Myron being loyal to a fault, and he tries to be loyal to everybody. It really doesn't work, because when one person is going public and the other person just has to kind of sit there and just kind of deal with it, and you're friends with both of them, it's like he's just in this weird precarious positions, like, because Fresh is his business partner, Gary, the numbers guy, is his manager. You know, it's like he can't just say, hey, you guys, we're really reckless here, can we take this video down? He's gonna ask politely, but they don't have to do it. They can say fuck you, you know. Hold on, sorry about that.
Bro, Myron, what is there to talk about at this point? They've been doing this for a year straight.
So what do you want me to do then, Sneako? What do you want me to fucking do? Because I've stopped him from saying.
Bro, like, look at his Twitter. That's all they talk and all they post about.
What are you gonna want me to do? He doesn't want to do anything. He basically wants to blow over. He knows that Sneako is going back to New York after this, so it's like, dude, just let it be, man. He's like, I'm not gonna do anything about this.
I don't think you should have. I mean, it gets to a point. It's like you can't. You're a loyal person, but if someone is making it explicitly clear that they want to ruin me, they put a threat out on my life. They're trying to ruin my career.
I clarified that already. They're not threatening your life. I clarified that one. That was the #1 priority for me when I talked to him this morning.
I don't believe that at all, and I think you know that. And also, they're trying to blame me for that whole situation, even though you and I both know that that's not true.
Yeah, well, this.
So are you saying,
just now, and they're talking
bro?
about
They've been doing this for a year, but before this situation, they've been doing this.
Yeah, but in particular to them talking about things right now that you're mentioning, literally, it's going viral right now because we didn't go in. So I'm gonna.
So what are you saying? They're capitalizing off of? They're just trying to clout chase?
Well, everyone's talking about it right now.
All right, so they're clout chasing. I don't think you should you're a man of real character.
Sneako wants to tell Myron, you need to drop Fresh, you need to fire Gary, and you just need to get away from these people because they have no real talent. The only thing they can do is create this artificial controversy, whatever, and not actually stand 10 toes down on it, because at the end of the day, Fresh is just a sidekick. Even on his own show, he's a sidekick to Gary. So it's like he all he does is talk a bunch of trash, but he won't actually like do anything about it. He'll just make some content on him and ruin their friendship, because he's like, look, I can't get any value out of Sneako because Sneako is, he's a better content creator. He speaks better than me, whatever. He actually has, whenever him and Myron work together, they have, better synergy and stuff than we do. I'm just looked at kind of as like the whipping boy of the podcast and the useless one. And, Myron is just in this position where he has to just kind of play interference for both of them. He's like, look, I'll talk to him, whatever, but we shouldn't even be talking about this. I'm going to do it offline and everything because I don't want to feed the trolls. And it's just like, dude, come on, man. It's like, you're not going to do shit. We all know this. Myron is like, he's way too loyal to not fix anything. He's like, this is just, we're at a stalemate. We can't do anything about it. Only thing I can do is just put my hands over my eyes and just sit here and just tell her I'm going to handle it. I'm going to talk to him about it, and that's it. Sonic Mindscape came back. He's like, Sneako is an idiot, really trying to say that it wasn't Myron. So then that blurs the lines. Who did it then? No, it's true. Sneako did not. He basically did not want to say it was Myron. He's willing to take the bullet for Myron. So if he's like, everybody's going to blame me, whatever, that's fine. But now he's saying, you and I know who did it. We're actually going to see a clip later where Myron is going to what's the word? Subliminally tell everybody, yeah, it was me all along. That's coming after this. But Sonic came back. He says, Sneako shouldn't say that if it wasn't Myron, because later when he tries to tell the truth, it's going to look like he's shifting blame now. No, it's true. It's true. I mean, that's the thing. It's like Sneako looks at Myron as this like super loyal guy, and that's like a really virtuous thing about him. So he tries to emulate that same type of loyalty to Myron, because he actually thinks that Myron is really the only one out of all of the friends that is a stand-up guy, when Myron is he's just kind of an inadvertent snake to Sneako as well, because he doesn't actually, he values his business over everything. So he's not gonna throw Fresh under the bus. He's not gonna say anything to Fresh. He's not. He's not. I already can tell you that video, that 3-hour exposed video that's on Fresh and Fit channel about Sneako, that's going to be up there. I don't think it's going to get taken down. If anything happens, I think, I don't know. If it does get taken down, I think Myron is going to secretly delete it and say, oh, I think YouTube, whatever, I don't know, banned it or something like that, or had it taken down or whatever. I think he's going to shift the blame and not take accountability for it. That just makes total sense. He's not going to actually ask Fresh to delete the video.
And you're better than that. Your solo channel is succeeding. Why, if you want to operate this like a business, why keep people like this around you that are hurting your close relationships and also your reputation? It's not beneficial. It's causing legitimate problems.
They were with me before I became huge, so you know I stand by the people that helped me out, man. Whether it's you were there.
And then, but what do you? And then okay, so I said what I think. What do you expect me to do when I see these things as threats?
He expects you to take it, Sneako. He expects you to just like let it blow over, and hopefully enough time will pass, and you can just kind of like suck it up like you do with the Tates.
Life. I see them as dedicating. What do you expect me to do?
I would say just ignore them, bro.
Just ignore it, man. Just ignore it. Be the bigger man, you know? Like, come on now. No, that's one thing that's like, I mean, if like Fresh and Fit willing to be, to still be in business, whatever, and Myron's still willing to work with a guy who obviously is a snake, who's to say that Fresh wouldn't snake Myron at some point in time, in some way, some form or fashion, it will totally happen. It just hasn't happened to him yet.
Nobody cares. I can't ignore it because on your channel they're doing it. They're doing it on your YouTube channel.
I'm gonna tell them to stop that. Again, I didn't know that they were putting on that channel.
They're using you, bro. They're using your platform to try to ruin me. It's like.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a great point. And you think Myron would have the password to his own YouTube channel? He can just delete it right then and there in the car, But he's not going to do it. He's too loyal. Look at him.
I don't want to say it on stream, but I am on it.
I'm on it. Bullshit. Bullshit, dude. Sneako is an idiot, though, in my opinion, for caring about that shit. Okay, hold on. Let's see if there's any more. Let's see. Okay, so let's go. Throwing Sneako under the bus. I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Okay, so Nick Fuentes, he actually reacted to this. Hold on, let me see the volume here.
I'll stick up for Tate. I'll stick up for Tate. I'll stick up for Sneako. And you know what? The Tates are trying to blame Sneako. It wasn't just Sneako. Myron played the song too. Fresh helped him. Sneako put it on in the car.
Hold on. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you guys.
Clav helped him. I loved it. We all played a part in this. We were all there. And the whole thing is dumb. So everybody should be united and say, this is ridiculous. This is stupid. You're making a bigger deal out of it than it is, but instead it's going to devolve into,
who's the rat?
People are going to accept the judgment from our Jewish overlords.
Who folded?
We're all going to die because of the song. Give me a break.
Who fucking folded, though?
Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on that, but I got to defend my guys here. I love the Tates, love Sneako, love Myron, the rest of them,
All right, I'll take it.
Can niggas live? Can a nigga live? Can we go to the club and play a song?
Yeah, he knows how he's like.
Up for Tate.
He knows how he said he does. He don't care about Fresh, man. He didn't include him in that list. Okay, so this one right here. This is Myron on his own channel talking about how it was a flex how they ignored the girls in the club, because he was hanging around with the Tates and stuff. Let's check this out.
When I was there with Andrew Tate, Clavicular, Sneako, Nick, everybody else, right? Guys, there were like 30 women there, by the way. It was like a 1-to-5 ratio. We didn't give a I don't think I even talked to one of them. And
this nigga's a homosexual.
Guess what? All those girls sat there and no one paid them attention. And the crazy part is, a lot of those girls probably have hundreds of motherfuckers in their DMs trying to get a second with them. Oh my God, let's go out, let's hang out. Meanwhile, these are sitting in a mansion with me, the Tates. There's men that would die to hang out with these and they're ignoring them. Meanwhile, we're ignoring them. When I was there with
Myron, if Tate is in the room, dude, all of your attention is on him. Like, that's just a given, okay? He's the most important person in the room. Okay, nobody else matters. No men, no women, just Andrew Tate. That's all it is for Myron, dude. That's all he needs.
People are saying you sold Sneako out, saying that Sneako was the person who played the song in the club. And I thought that was a little out of character for you, but with everything you've just said, having been through a lot, it's just kind of like, let me avoid another tragedy.
Yeah, the problem with talking about him is he likes it because he needs it for his stream. So he's going to take this clip and he's going to sit on his stream to his few viewers and he's going to make a big deal of it. First things first, I don't think I sold him out, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, he hasn't been my friend for a very long time. He's not my boy. He's not like Tristan. You know, I hung out with him years ago when he was emulating me, trying to be me, desperately. I made his career by speaking to him. Otherwise, he would have stayed a nobody forever. Instead of showing me thanks for that, he started, every time I wouldn't reply to his texts, go on stream and cry in some way and complain about me. It was very bitchy. It was very weird. Like, he'd beg to be my friend one side and then do a stream insulting me the next side. Back and forth, anything for views. Very strange. And I'm not the only person he did it to. And then I said to Tristan, anyone who names themselves Sneako, like, you're naming yourself Sneaky. Imagine I was saying, hey, my name's Rat.
Or your name's Cobra Tate. You're a snake too, man. But I mean, you see the whole thought process behind this is that, you know, he's not my family, you know? He was never really my friend. So did I really throw him under the bus? Yes, you did, because he doesn't have any value to you, you know? I mean, he's the easiest one. I already explained this, why he is the easiest one to throw under the bus, because everybody else has a little bit more value to him than Sneako. Sneako's kind of always kind of been like the one in the background that he's always kind of had to tolerate, and he's always thought lesser of. So yeah, it's just easier to throw him under the bus because he never really cared about him that much. All right, let me see. I think that's pretty much what I have on basically them collapsing on each other. I guess we can watch Fresh go at Sneako again. This is going to be a very quick clip. I don't really like to put you guys on this whole thing for too long because, yeah, you will lose brain cells if you listen to Fresh for too long, and I'm just trying to help the world out with that. So, but this is Fresh basically threatening Sneako on his podcast. This was part of the 3-hour podcast. Just a little snippet. Here we go.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna just say this, bro. You deserve everything coming your way, Sneako.
And Sneako was nice enough to actually speed up the clip so it's not like, you know, stuttering Fresh.
And fuck you, bro. Because guess what? I don't give a fuck. You are going down the rabbit hole, and no one's gonna save you, bro. Not me, not Gary. You're fucked, bro. Oh, dude, and you know the funny part with this? I'm done. You thought it was funny at first. You lost your jobs, bro.
It was crazy. Fuck you, bro. Yeah? Fuck you, bro. Holy fucking shit.
You saw the news article, right? Lost your fucking jobs. It's not funny. Honestly, bro, they should really do something to you in a different way. I won't say online, but bro, you thought it was funny. You get what you deserve, bro.
They should really do something to you. You know, I'm not going to say it online. We know what that means. And you know what? I think once Fresh realizes that he can't use that trick money for going out to the club and going to the restaurants and stuff for all of his escorts and whores and stuff, he's going to probably pay some guy to handle it for him because he's not going to handle it himself. Come on now. I'll give Fresh a little bit of credit. He's smart enough to not get his hands dirty, but he never has been that type of person to get his hands dirty. He always finds somebody that's a little bit more competent, to get the job done, and he can always come back and be like, yeah, I networked and I got it done. So yeah. Coke Benny came back. He's like, we all know Sonic loves that shit. We all know Sonic loves that shit. Wait, because later when he tried, hold on. Sneako shouldn't say that. It wasn't Myron because later he tries to tell the truth and he's going to look like he's shifting blame now. We all know Sonic loves that shit. And then Sonic says, laugh my ass off. I'm made or I'm mad right now. Mad. Okay, I'm mad right now because that clip is sped up. Not gonna lie. Well, you know what? It's better on our ears because it makes the clip less than a minute. Where if it was, it would have been a 3-minute clip otherwise.
Putting this on me? Are you retarded? Karma's a bitch, bro. I promise you, bro. Wallah.
You hear that shot?
Lost their fucking jobs. It's not funny. Honestly, bro.
The people that lost their jobs are the people that Fresh spoke to get the song played. So there's blood on his hands too. So he feels responsible. But the fact is, it's like Fresh has drank the Kool-Aid too, man. He's just like, it was Sneako. You know, if everybody's going to read, if the Tates, if Andrew says it was Sneako, then I'm going in on, and I'm going to die in this hill. It was Sneako. Because Fresh is not smart enough to think for himself.
Really do something to you in a different way. I won't say it online, but bro.
Or he's smart enough to go along with the whole thing. Like, I'm not going to say Myron was the one that told me to go play the song, even though we got the clip. Myron's going to admit to it. This is after they leave the club. I have that clip. Don't worry. I just wanted to I wanted to set it up. I wanted to just show you Fresh's perspective very briefly, so we don't lose too many brain cells. But so Fresh is going in on Sneako, basically saying like, yeah, you know, like, you should feel bad because people lost their job, whatever. And I think something bad should happen to you, whatever. I'm not going to say it online, but I just think, you know. So, yeah. So now that we have this context, Cookbay says, when you said you don't want to put us through Fresh's content, that was what you meant when you said Sonic loves that shit. That's what I said. Oh, that's when I said Sonic loves that shit. That's funny, dude. I forgot, dude. Yeah, you do you still feel that way, Sonic, about Fresh? That Fresh is he's still, I mean, we know he doesn't give value on the show on Fresh and Fit, but does he give value on his own show? I mean, I'm not even watching it, so your guess is better than mine. I thought they were just staring at each other. It's wild.
You hear that?
I'm gonna just say this, bro.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to the clip that has Myron admitting that he told Fresh to play the song. So hold on one second. It was not that one. Right here. Myron says Walt played the song and now he's lying about it. So this is going to bring everything home right here.
You guys when I go out in New York, I always try to get the DJ to play, and they refuse.
No, they won't.
They refuse because they can get it shut down.
Crazy.
Dude, you got to thank Fresh. Fresh hooked that one up. He was like, "Yo, we need this played," and they had to go on Rumble, get the link, but we made it happen. I think the dudes that own the club are Arabs.
Oh yeah.
Wow. See? There you go. Let's play that one more time. It's only 13 seconds. Sneako says that he tries to get them to play that song in New York, but they won't play it. They refuse to play it. And Myron says, look, we got to thank Fresh for making it happen, whatever. Who gave Fresh the idea? It was Myron. Sonic came back. He says, nah, man, I never really cared much about Fresh. I do believe he's growing as a person, but I was never really into Fresh like that, but mostly for the memes. Okay. All right. Maybe we can let you off then if you don't feel the same way. That's fine. But let's watch this one more time so we can get confirmation that it was Myron that told Fresh to get the song played.
You guys when I go out in New York, I always try to get the DJ to play, and they refuse.
No, they won't.
They refuse because they can get it shut down.
Crazy.
Dude, you got to thank Fresh. Fresh hooked that one up. He was like, "Yo, we need this played," and they had to go on Rumble, get the link, but we made it happen. I think the dudes that own the club are Arabs.
Oh yeah.
There you go, guys. So it was Myron with the influence asking Fresh to do it, and then in the beginning in the van before they get to the club, he looks at Sneako and says, "You know what to do." So he told Sneako to get the song ready, and then, you know, Sneako didn't have Rumble Premium. He just had regular Rumble, so there was an ad being played. He skipped the ad and played the song in the van. But it was still his influence. So Myron is the one who's responsible, okay? So now you guys can take that what you will. Some of you guys, I don't think any of you guys are, but there's going to be some haters, my haters that are coming that are like Myron supporters and be like, it wasn't him, it was Sneako. We have confirmation now, okay? So that is that. Last stream, I put this up, and I didn't know if this was real or not. This is the poster for the Jason Love versus Adam 22 brand risk boxing match set up by Aiden Ross. This happened the 23rd, which was, I guess, what was that? Was that 2 days ago? And so I thought this was AI. I didn't think this was real, but it ended up being real. And we're gonna watch the full fight now. So let's go to it. I think I have that at the very top here. Here it is. Adam 22 versus Jason Love. This is the full fight, okay?
No, we got our back. Go, Todd. Oh, shit. Never let a man fuck your bitch. Never let a man fuck your bitch.
Shit. Never let a man fuck your bitch. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. I want you guys to count the punches, okay? How many punches does Adam 22 throw? Let's see.
You know we got our bet. Go Todd. Oh shit. Never let a man fuck your bitch. Never let a man fuck your bitch. Oh no. Oh my god. Never. No. No way. Oh. Wait, no. This ain't going long. Oh my god. Told y'all. No. Told y'all.
That was a good hit.
He practices score punch, not take a punch. Bro, Adam, what are you doing? It's going down. This is all part of the plan. Wax set him up. This is all part of the plan. Wax set him up. Wax, you set him up. No, I didn't. You didn't get him good training. It's all part of the plan. Yo, what the fuck? Bitch, now fuck you up. You set him up. No, I gave him back shots and I fucked you up. Yes. Come on, Adam. Walk this way. Let's go, Judy Juicer. It's part of the plan. Adam, let's go. It was at this moment. It's part of the plan. Check yourself. Hey, listen, bro. It was at this moment. Check this out. It's not over. Check this out. It's all part of the plan, bro. Adam, oh my God. Got him screwed back. I fucked your bitch and I fucked you up. I fucked your bitch and I fucked you up. This is all the setup. This is all the setup. Yo, I fucked you and I fucked you.
There it is, you guys.
I fucked you and I fucked you up.
Oh man, that was, I mean, that was the main event, you guys. That was it. And I feel bad for anybody that paid to watch this, that went to go see it in person. Just a pathetic show all around. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I can't believe it, man. It was over so quick, man. And I would say that somebody actually, one of the comments on the video, they said, dude, Lana lasted longer with him than you did. Oh, I mean, I think putting together the poster took longer than this actual match. It's kind of crazy, dude. Kind of wild. So Machiavelli, welcome to the stream, sir. What did you say? What's up, camp? Did you see Fresh acting like a Goomba trying to throw Sneako under the bus for his daddy Tate? Well, yeah, dude, we just covered it, man. It's kind of wild, right? It's just like he drank the Kool-Aid and just he got on script and he's like, look, I'm gonna put a 3-hour expose video, and he was ready, man. He was ready to do all that. So it just goes to show you that Fresh is not a free thinker, man. And or maybe he knows that he had a hand in it, but he's like, look, we gotta shift the blame. We gotta shift the blame on Sneako because yeah, we got a show to run. Okay, I still have Castle Club. We have locals. We can't afford to have people turn in on us. All right. We've already stopped the Friday call-in shows. We can't have any more hate coming towards us. So yeah, shift it over to Sneako. He's going to be back in New York, whatever. It's fine. So I think that's kind of the whole mentality behind it. Machiavelli came back. He says, while on stream, he was trying to simp on him. And on that night, then they played the song. Dude, I saw that. Like, he was just completely like trying to shake his hand and like trying to get drinks and stuff. And there's a point, there's actually a point where I think Clav was trying to kick out 2 girls from the club, and because I guess he thought they were ugly or something. So instead of him doing it though, he asked Myron if Myron could kick them out of the, because Myron, he's good at kicking women out. All right. So he does it, and Myron does his best. He's like, hey, you two got to get out of here, whatever, and all that stuff. And the girls are just like, what? Like, who are you? Like, we don't know who you are. And it ended up being those 2 girls were with Fresh. So then Fresh looks at him, and he's just like, dude, they're with me. And then Myron's like, oh, shit, they're with you? And he looks over at Clav, and he's just like, oh, they're with him, man. What do you want to do? And he's like, man, we need to get him out of here or whatever. And then he's like, you guys really got to go. And then Fresh was still like, he's like, no, man. He's like, they're not going anywhere, man. They're with me, So I just thought it was kind of wild. There's a lot of resistance going back that Myron really has zero control over. Like he tries to put the battery in his back for like any guy that has more clout than him, any white guy in the room. He's gonna get on his knees and do whatever they want, man. It's kind of wild. But yeah, I just thought that was pretty funny. little thing that we didn't see, but it was something that was funny to talk about. Machiavelli says Fresh is spineless. Absolutely, man. He's gonna do whatever he has to do. Give him a script, he will follow it. Okay, he's been doing that ever since the freaking web job that he was doing. Man, he was all about just following the script, and he even talks from a script. He doesn't have a script, he's gonna be bumbling all over the place. Coke Benny says, so far I'm counting 0. Yeah, 0 punches, dude. 0 punches, just a lot of blocking and just a lot of taking shots, man. When he trained for like 3 weeks, he didn't do any sparring with anybody whatsoever. I think he just hit a bag or something, and or just air punched, just shadow boxed or whatever. But yeah, it was just like, he was not ready for that hit, dude. He took the hit and it was bad. He completely got gassed out that first hit he took. He took an uppercut to the face and he was just over. It was done after that, man. So Sonic came back. He says, Adam threw the fight. He probably told Jason, just wail on me because people will shit on me. It's all about the views and clicks. I didn't even bother tuning into the fight. Dude, I didn't tune into the fight. I just saw this on Reddit and I was like, oh, okay, there's a little clip, a highlight reel of the fight. And it was like, no, this is the full fight. I was like, holy shit. I was like, damn, dude, it was over that quick. God damn. Machiavelli came back and says, Myron is not loyal to anyone. Well, he likes to say he is, man. That's his whole stick, man, is that he's loyal to, he doesn't have to believe or follow everything that you do. He likes to play dumb. If he's like, you don't see what Fresh is saying about me? He's like, I didn't see that. I didn't see it, whatever. Or he's like, I'll tell him, stop, whatever. Or like, you didn't see what Tate was? Like, okay, so Sneako and Myron and Academics are in a group call and stuff, and they're talking about the Andrew Tate basically throwing Sneako under the bus, and not Fresh, but Myron is just like, I didn't see it. I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't get a chance to check it. I'm like, come on now, you're chronically online, okay? It's like the only time that you're not chronically online is when you're trying to play HH in the club or whatever. It's like, dude, you're always online. There's nothing that you don't miss. So I'm just like, what the hell? So yeah, Myron likes to play dumb. He likes to say that he's loyal. He likes to act like he's loyal on camera, but he does a lot of snake shit, and by not defending his friends, because for whatever reason, man, he's just like, no, he likes to maintain that stance that no, Fresh and Bills and all them, they were with me when I wasn't famous, and now we are, like, I don't want to leave them, we came into this together and that's it. So, let's see. Sneako showed that clearly. Sneako showed that clearly. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, by questioning him in the car, Myron really had nowhere to go. He really just had to kind of be like, look, I'm going to handle it. That's all I can do. I'm just going to say I'm going to handle it. I'm going to talk to Fresh. I'm going to tell him to take down the video. I'm going to ask him politely if he can take down the video. I'm not going to just delete it because, he has the account on his phone, okay? If they share a YouTube channel, he has control over it too. He can just delete the video, He can private it if he doesn't want to delete it, Whatever. Coke Benny says, why did Clav want those girls gone? Okay, well, since you asked that, I'm going to have to bring the video up now. Let's see. It was under... Let's go to... Since you asked, I feel like I need to oblige. It was under Watch Later, and it was... Oh, sorry, it's not going to be under Watch Later. It's going to be under Just Tree 411. I believe she did the video. Yes, and it was... Let's see. Fresh checks both of them. This is only 2 minutes and 22 seconds, so we got time.
He's not trying to beat up on the girls. He's just trying to smash. He's trying.
Okay, hold on. There
What's
we go.
up, taters? This
Here
is
you go.
Tree from treeoflogic.com. Welcome to my channel, Just Tree 411. And holy smokes, Pugsy got a W, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. I kid you.
It's a rare Fresh W, man, if Just Tree is claiming that. I mean, I really, whenever I hear that, I never agree with it. I have to see the footage first before. So let's go ahead and then I'll get this bigger on screen so you guys can see what's going on. The footage we're about to see is very dark, so it's definitely something I want to make it possible for you guys to see the best possible here.
I saw this video. Thank you so much to Lily sending me this video clip. And when I watched it, I said, oh my God, I gotta make a video about this. And I took some time to put subtitles to the clip. You can thank me later by giving me a like. But anyway, let me give you the context before.
I mean, you put subtitles in the video because it's a fresh video, so I'm glad you did that.
I show you that beautiful bean footage. So the girls went out to a club called Vendome. You had Clavicular, you had Justin, Sneako, Tristan, Myron Gaines, who's a homosexual, and also his butt buddy Nick Fuentes, who's also gay, and Andrew Tate. Like most of these guys are gay. The only ones that are not gay is Tristan. Tristan Tate is not gay. I mean, then again, with this pink suit, I could be wrong. And of course, Sneako is bisexual. But they really gave Walter like the red stepchild treatment. They didn't include him on the bus ride or the van ride. They didn't include him in the pictures. Let me show you. This is one of the pictures they took. This is another one they took. They made sure that they did not include Walter in any of the pictures, but they got lanky, dopey, goofy looking Myron Gaines up in there. Like everybody has a suit on except for this idiot. But then again, he's gay. So they're all going to a straight club. So like he's going to be out of his element. So he doesn't care. He's not trying to impress the girls because he's there to be with the boys. Boys being boys. Boys being boys.
This nigga's a homosexual.
So I'm going to keep this on mute because I'm not going to play the words, but this is to Kanye West's song, HH, okay? Hell, H, you know, the H man, okay? The little small, mustache man. And they played this in the club and, they start singing to it, doing the salute to it. And like, and let me tell you something. Sneako loved the cuck lyrics of this song.
I forgot to mention that. Yes. So Sneako during that part of the song where he's like, I'm a cuck. I like to watch people fuck on my bitch, whatever. This is the part where he's actually singing that. I was like, that's kind of ironic that Sneako is singing that part. It's kind of wild.
Because he was like, yes, I'm going to be known as a cuck, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay.
Completely embraced it here.
You go, Sneako, embrace it. But anyway, this did not go over with the people. And guess what? So many people complained. They got negative review bomb. And then Vendome came out with this announcement. Now, I'm not going to read it, but I'll tell you what it is. Those of you who are just listening to it. Everybody that was in this picture, including Pugsy. I mean, Walter, I need to stop calling. Walter, I'm on your side today, okay? So since I'm on your side, I'm going to call you Walter and not Pugsy, okay?
I'm not throwing Sonic under the bus. It was a Freudian slip. I meant to say Sneako, not Sonic. Sorry, Sonic.
Walter he caught a stray because these idiots decided they want to go to a Jewish club. And again, what is with these clowns saying they hate the Jews, they hate Zionists, but they can't stay out of Jewish conventions, Jewish parties, or a Jewish club? They can't stay out of any of that. This is the letter where they are told that they are banned and that they are going to be investigating the DJ for playing a song like that. And yeah, those guys are not allowed to come into that club ever again. So I don't think any of these guys really care. Okay, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate don't live in Florida, but it's really going to hurt Walter because Walter stay connected into these clubs.
I told you that's his superpower, man, is networking. So, you take that away from Fresh, what value does he have? Can we really start to now break out the mannequin, the trash bag, and the 4 buttons? I think it might be time.
As you all know, these guys are bullies. They like to bring the women that have very little life experience. bring them in and bully them and tell them that they can't talk back, that they can't disagree with them. And that's Myron doing, okay? Myron is the main one doing that because he's gay. And I'm not saying allegedly, this is a fact. So
this nigga's a homosexual.
they get these girls onto the show and they like to kick them off because these are bullies, right? And they get the young girls because the young girls don't know how to fight back. They don't know how to stand their ground, and they don't know how to basically tell Myron to kiss their ass. So fast forward to the club, and this clip is going to blow your mind. Not only does Walter...
So setting up this clip right here, you got Nick Fuentes in the middle of Clav and Myron. And then right below them, this lady right here. Oh, hold on. You guys can't see it because of the chat. Let me see if I can. There you go. So this person right here, this is one of the girls. And then you can't see this, but this is Fresh's head right here. Okay. I know it's really dark and you can't see it, but that's what happens. But so, yeah. Clav does not want this girl in their VIP section. So he's going to try to ask Myron if he can kick them out.
Saved the day. But Myron doesn't have any respect for Walter. You're going to see what I'm talking about. So they're in a section of, I think maybe a VIP section. I'm not sure. And you have all the guys that were in this picture that are in this section. And they have girls. Some of them have their girlfriends. We know it ain't Nick and Myron because they're gay, right? Clavicular may be bi. I'm not sure. He's not really on my radar like this. So one of the things that Clavicular wants to do is he wants to flex like he got power. He's doing this in front of his stream, and he wants to kick out women. Now, he can't do it himself because, well, nobody respects him. So what does he do? He get his muscle, aka Myron. Now, one thing I know about these effeminate males is that they love to have masculine black men around them as bodyguards, okay? Let me just play the clip. Let me just play the clip so you can see what I'm talking about. But I just want you to understand that Clavicular loves to rely on black men to do his bidding. So when we come back to this clip, you'll see Clavicular Mog, they want to be frat bouncer, trying to kick him out of a dead frat party. But it was the black guy that was keeping him in here. Let's watch.
Yo, take a pic real quick. Can you at least get I got you, yeah. Can you at least get that camera off? Yeah, 1 second. Here, go ahead.
We're going to take a picture.
Go ahead.
Bro.
This is my crib. Punch me in my crib. I swear to God.
Hey,
yeah, come here.
Hey, nice shirt.
I just got a new one, too. I'm actually 2 ounce.
Hey, take a picture.
So there's that. So he doesn't leave. He doesn't leave. The black guy start cussing him out, say he'll leave when he want to leave. And guess what? The white guy doesn't do anything. So I want you to understand that this is what these clowns do. They cannot fight their own fights. They can't defend themselves. So they're going to get black men to do their bidding. And this is what happens in this video clip.
Hell yeah. Bro, we got to get these ugly out of the section. They gotta go. Yeah, they're ugly. Oh, you want them out of here? Bro, look at them. Yeah, get it out. I'm gonna bring hot bitches. Yeah, get out.
You see that? So he told Myron, this is what I'm talking about. And this right here. Okay, so he says, bro, we got to get these ugly isses out of the section. And he's talking to 2 girls that's sitting right here. These girls are not bothering anybody. These girls are just having fun. And by the way, Clavicular has a girlfriend, so why does he care? He doesn't. He wants to flex. Like, let me get my monkey to be my muscle and kick these girls out. He would never do this to men. But you know who else he wouldn't do this to? He wouldn't do this to black women. He wouldn't do this to Latino and Hispanic women, okay? They will only do this to white women because you know what? You're in a public club, honey. You ain't got to go nowhere. He doesn't own this club. He's coming into a club, and I don't care if they all chipped in for this VIP. If you want them out, you're going to have to go get the manager or the bouncer. And I'm so glad these girls did not move because I guess they realized, hey, you don't own this club. This is not the Fresh and Fit podcast. But let me go ahead and let this play again.
Plus, you know, I mean, Clav is like 19. He's like 20 years old, so he's not even old enough to be in this club. So I'm sure these girls probably knew that. So they're just like, we're not going to listen to you, man. Who are you?
They gotta go. Yeah, they're ugly. Oh, you want to matter? Bro, look at them. Yeah, get it out. I'll bring hot bitches. Yeah, get out. Yeah, get out.
And notice, look at it, they don't move. They don't move. So it's like, he keeps saying, you gotta go, you gotta get out of here, you gotta go. The girls are like, I'm not going. But they look scared, though. They look scared. I will admit that. Even
So Kavos asks, why did Clav ask Myron to do it? Because he's going to ask Myron to do it because he doesn't have the balls to do it himself, you know? Like, yeah, after Myron said, hey, you guys got to go, he backed Myron up and said, yeah, you guys got to go. He doesn't have the balls to do that, you know? He can say whatever he wants to Myron, and Myron he's experienced in not giving a fuck. So he's experienced into kicking these girls out, and it's going to have very, very little effect. So it's keep watching, though.
even though they didn't move, they did look afraid.
Hey, ladies, you gotta go. Out. Yeah, you gotta go.
So he took her drink, or maybe a shot. She had a shot in her hand, and he just took it. He just took it out. Girl, you better throw stuff like that in his face. If anybody take my drink, I'm gonna take it back and I'm gonna just chuck it in their face. White women, please learn how to defend yourself. Please learn how to stop allowing people to bully you.
Yeah, get them out. Yeah, get them out. Oh, they're with you? Swing them on. What about, right? You guys gotta go.
Okay, I want to show you something that I didn't notice until I started editing this video. Myron doesn't respect Fresh. Myron
Not at all.
will throw Fresh underneath the bus for any white man that he's either attracted to or a white man that he respects. Let me show you what I'm talking about, okay?
This nigga's a homosexual.
Okay, so let's go back to this because we see the girls are not moving.
Hey, ladies, you gotta go. Out.
Yeah, and Myron, he said, you girls gotta go. But like I said, this is not the Fresh and Fit studio. They don't have to go anywhere, and they don't. Okay, but let me show you where Myron disrespects Fresh. He disrespects Fresh twice.
Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah, get them out. Yeah, get them out. Oh, they're with you? Swing them on. What about, right?
Walter looks at Clavicular and says, they're with me. And then Clav says, oh, they're with you. And Walter says, yeah. Myron is looking right at him. Myron is right here watching it all go down. But do you think Myron cares? No. Myron looks back at Clavicular and says, you want them out, Massa? Massa, you want them out? Clavicular nods his head yes, and Myron doesn't care that Walter said that these two girls are with him. Myron says, Massa want these ugly girls out. By the way, these girls are not ugly. They're very attractive, okay?
I mean, they're not attractive to Myron, you know? Myron is just like, yeah.
But Myron is trying to please Clavicular instead of being respectful to his business partner. Watch this. You want them out, right? See, look. You want them out. He's like, you want them out? I don't care what Walter wants. I don't care what Fresh CEO wants.
Look at Sneako's face. He's like, is this going on right now? I can't believe this shit. But no, like, Clav is definitely like kind of folding right now. He's just like, damn, I guess I don't have any real power to get these girls out of here. So yeah, he's not going to really speak up anymore. He's just going to silently nod now.
Master Clavicular, what do you want? Do you want them out? And then Clav is such a coward. He nods yes instead of saying yes. Let's watch it again.
Oh, they're with you? Swing them on. What about, right?
Yeah, he just said, you want them out, right, Massa? And then Clavicular laughed and he nods his head. And what does Myron do? Myron insists that they leave anyway, and Walter pulled up and said, no, they're not going anywhere. Rare W for Walter. So that's the first time Myron disrespects Walter. Walter said that those two girls are with him. Myron sees him say that to Clavicular, and he looks at Clavicular and said, to hell with what he want. Do you want them out? Clavicular nods his head, and Myron tries to kick the girls out until Walter steps in for the second time. Now, Clavicular says, what the F is wrong with this N-word? Okay. I'm not going to get into all of that because if Walter don't mind a white person calling him the N-word, why do I care?
He doesn't. I mean, that's one thing that they let Clav on the podcast say that around a bunch of black women too. And some of the black women checked him on it, whatever. And he's just like, dude, it's just a word. Like, why are you getting so mad at it or whatever? So, yeah, I mean, if they're going to let it do on the podcast, of course they can do it in the club.
Oh, no, that Myron gets off on it. So if Myron likes being called the N-word with the hard R and Walter likes being called the N-word with the soft A, hey, that's on them. Okay, so Clavicular says, what the F is wrong with this guy? Like, as in, like, why is he not kicking these girls out? Because I said so. What's wrong with him? Like, Walter don't have any agency.
You know, see, Myron, he's completely eating out of Clav's hand, dude. He's just like, he's black. You know, what do you want me to do? Whatever. Completely just doesn't care. Doesn't care about Fresh, man. I mean, not that I care about Fresh, but it just goes to show you like how surface level their actual relationship is. Like, I think it's pretty clear from this clip that he will put anybody above Fresh.
No shot those.
You see that? So Clavicular said, what the F is wrong with this N-word? And instead of Myron saying, look, I'm gay, he's straight, okay? He likes women. So
we're two separate people, okay? You know, it's just one of those things. Like we have our own ideas, and we got to kind of let each other exist, you know. But yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to show you guys. I know I talk a lot of trash or whatever, but I always have clips to back up whatever I'm talking about. So let's head back here. All right, so Cabo said, yeah, this is cringe. I told you, man. You can feel the uncomfortableness. I mean, Nick is also behind Myron, so he's just like, hey, man, if you say you're going to do it, I'm willing to be in the front row seat to watch this happen, you know, because Nick has seen Myron kick a bunch of girls out, and he's just like, wow, I'm going to see this live and in person. This is going to be nice. Coke Benny says, if they're not white men, he's not attracted to them. This is true. Myron has a type. We've all seen how Eric... He's just the same. I mean, I think Clav just reminds him of Eric, you know. He's just like, no, this is definitely we gotta protect Clav at all costs. You know, that's what Myron thinks, at least. Sonic says, told you, Fresh got room for growth. Oh, I mean, look, I will say I'm happy to see that Fresh is not taking any shit from Myron here. You know, like he's like, look, man, he's like, these girls are with me, because we know that it's like Fresh is always going to seek female approval over male approval, whereas Myron is always trying to seek male approval over feminine approval. He doesn't really give a fuck about feminine approval, so he's going to do whatever he can, you know, for the white men that are in the room, and he's going to do whatever they want. So yeah, it's just those two different ideologies colliding, and that's why their dynamic has gone on for this long. But it just still adds to the files and the breadcrumbs that not Fresh, Myron.
This nigga's a homosexual.
That's it, you know? So let's keep going.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to get in the middle of that, all right? That's my business partner. We've been like business buddies for what, 5-6 years or something like that. I'm not going to get in the way of his smashing. And so instead of Myron saying that, he's like, oh, he's black.
Little they know that this is going to be the last night that they'll ever get to go into a club and be in this type of setting for a long time. So, yeah, I mean, I hope it was worth it. I mean, Fresh is just going to have to pay for escorts now and pay for P-stars and, you know, hopefully get some girls drunk on the podcast and stuff like that, because this whole club scene and stuff that's out, you know? And I don't know how in the world he's going to have to do some really expensive Uber Eats, man, because he's not going to be able to take these girls out on these nice restaurants anymore.
But as if Myron not black. Again, Myron pretending that he's not black. I'm going to show it to you one last time, and then I'm going to wrap up the video. He's black.
No chop those.
He's black. What do you think? He's black, of course. I don't understand. Why is Walter defending the two girls he invited up to the VIP section has anything to do with his race? That's what I don't understand. This is why I know these guys are gay. Straight men don't do this. Also, you have never, ever, 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 ever heard me call Walter gay. You know why? Because he's not. He's not trying to beat up on the girls. He's just trying to smash. He's trying to get with them. And therefore, you can't get with them if you're kicking them out. So there you go, taters.
Yikes. This was the goddamn. I was not ready for this. This was part of the whole thumbnail. I had to pay that part off too as well. I mean, these guys are pretty gay, man.
The video of Walter.
Let's get this off screen.
No, we know you stood up for them because you're trying to smash. I get it. You're trying to have sex with them, but nevertheless, you spoke up for what you knew was right, and
it's too bad. It's too bad that was his last night in the club, because, you know, Fresh got banned along with everybody else. And for those of you that are wondering, is this beard real? I mean, it looks like it's been filled in with a black marker. Okay, this looks a little too black markery here. So yeah,
was going to let clavicular or your homosexual co-host bully you into kicking those girls out of the VIP section. So
I mean, there's gonna be plenty more opportunities for, you know, Myron to have that moment where he can just kick all the girls out, and then Fresh can just watch all of his prospects walk out of the room, you know? So this is not gonna be the last time that we're gonna see this happen. It's probably gonna happen a lot more.
You know what you think about this. Later, taters.
Hell yeah. Bro, we gotta get these ugly out of the section. They gotta go. Yeah, they're ugly. Oh, you want them out of here? Bro, look at them. Yeah, get out. I'm gonna bring hot bitches. Yeah, get out. Yeah, get out. Hey, ladies, yeah, you gotta go. Out. Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah, get them out. Yeah, get them out. Oh, they're with you?
Myron looks so fucking stupid here, man. Oh, man. Oh, who is this? Danny Gel Pinata. Yo, how are you, sir? Doing well. How are you? Welcome to the stream. We were about to wrap this whole stream up. I just wanted to show you guys this one clip of Myron unsuccessfully realizing that he's not in the jurisdiction of the Fresh and Fit podcast, and now he's got to look like an idiot here. So I just thought it was pretty funny. Tea Toast Ghost came back. Oh, my comment didn't show. Oh, what? What happened? It's me, sir, from Discord. Oh, okay. Nice, dude. Well, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you made it, man. We're just about to hit our 3-hour cap. Oh, actually, we've already hit the 3-hour cap. We're a little bit 19 minutes over. But no, I had basically spoken about this happening, and then I think it was Cabos that wanted to see what I was talking about, so I went ahead and did that. Let me see if there's anything else on my notes. Oh, there is. Okay, so let's go I want to say this is on Reddit. One of the last things I wanted to show, I think it was, yeah, so I think we were talking about the brand risk thing, the whole fight, and then I think it was, oh shit, it's not here. It's on YouTube. Let me go back to my history here. Let's go here. The last one, let's see. Gotta find it. It was... So really went to go see, I guess they went to go to the brand risk thing. They couldn't get in, I believe. Where is it? Peace treaty sign. No, that wasn't it. Where is it? Did it get taken down? God, this happens all the time. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this it? No, that's not it. Oh, well, here's something I did want to show you guys. There was one more thing. Oh, wait, hold on. So Sonic says, I'm going to head out, guys. See you guys next week if I'm available. Sonic, I appreciate you coming to the stream, sir. Thank you so much, man. Kava said, night, Sonic. And, sir, one question. Danny said one question. What's your question, sir? Go ahead. I'm going to try to see if I can find that video. Humiliation ritual? No. I'm going to find it. It's the one where... Threaten my life. No real friends. No. You're a rat. Betrayed. Whoa, Vicky. No, that's not it. Gay clubbing. Okay, so you came back. You said, do you do the Saturday talk? Wait, do you do the Saturday talk on next week? Yeah, every Saturday. Every Saturday, sir, at 11:45. That is the schedule. Okay, here it is. Full context of Sneako and Myron Gaines getting banned from the Aiden Ross boxing event. This is going to be the last thing I show you guys.
They must be doing this on purpose at this point. There's no way that it takes that long, I guess.
I guess while we're at the 3-hour mark of the stream, if you guys that are all in here, if you wouldn't mind liking the video, and if you're not subscribed to me, if you could subscribe to the channel as well, that would be great. Other than that, let's look at this last clip here. This is going to be the last clip we're going to look at, and then we're going to close it out. But this is basically wrapping everything up. Sneako and Myring being denied to the Aiden Ross boxing event. Let's check it out.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Yeah, this got to be a humiliation ritual, Myron, at this point. There's got to be a humiliation ritual.
It's got to be what?
A humiliation.
D'Angelo came back. He says, "Awesome. I'll try my best to be there." I appreciate you, man. Yeah, definitely.
Ritual. Oh. And his nigga's not picking up now, bro.
Can you try calling him direct?
Nah, he's live. I don't want to bother him. Fucking hell, bro.
So yeah, they're on the outside of the brand risk event. They're trying to get in. They're trying to watch that 1 minute or 45-second fight of Adam 22. And it's not looking good right now because they got stopped by security. Security was like, pulled Sneako aside and told him, "Hey, man, sorry, you can't get in, you know." And actually, he pulled him aside and told him, "Hey, you know why we're not letting you in. That's it." And so, yeah, let's see. This is it right here.
Yeah, you heard him on the phone. What else? Who else could I call?
Just subbed, sir, and like, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing that. So this security guard right here in the middle of the door, he is, I believe, the head security guard. So he's going to be the one that's going to pull Sneako aside here.
I got these clip farmers out here. And it's like, Sneako?
What's your name?
Sneako.
Sneako.
Yeah. Me too. Whoa, Vicky.
Can I stand here?
Thank you. And then Chelsea, give me
I told you guys, man. I told you.
What's that?
No, I just said it to them. They were like saying, go, go, go. I'm like, not for this specific reason.
Well, I guess we're technically a brand risk.
Fucking hell, bro.
So you wear the mask so they don't ban you anymore?
No, I don't want to get other people banned on because they're on Twitch and stuff. My face is not supposed to be on there.
So Daniel came back. He's like, "All right, sir, I need to hop off and have some personal business to attend. See you the next one, and I hope and take care of y'all." Hey, I appreciate you coming through the stream, man. Thank you so much. Have yourself a good night.
Bro, like, Does it usually take this long? Like he was just here too.
Cook Benny says, what is Sneako's real name? I believe it is Nicholas Hubert. I don't know his last name, but I know Nicholas Hubert. The only reason I know that is because of his own stream, and also on the PBD podcast, they said Nicholas when they were talking about Sneako, and Sneako reacted to that, and he said, he's like, why are they using my government name and stuff and stuff? It was just a power thing to try to reduce who I actually am. They're not calling me by my name on, you know, on YouTube. They're calling me by my real name, which is he thought it was a shot taken at him from the PBD podcast. So, but that's how I know that. It's Nicholas Hubert. I don't know his last name though.
He walked away. That's Will. Hey, Will.
What's up, Sneako?
Hey, I'm still waiting for the wristband, Jordan.
I told them I don't have any wristbands. I told them they can give you a wristband.
Have a chat with me real quick. Myself. Do I have to come up conversation?
I literally don't have any wristbands.
I'll figure it out. He just told me to talk to him. No, one thing at a time.
Tell the guy he doesn't need to come and film it. I just want to have a conversation, you and me.
Okay.
Tell the
Just
guy.
stay over there, stay over there, stay over there. It's fine.
So tonight is going to be a no, brother. All right.
All right.
I think you know why.
Yeah, let's go. What up?
That was fast.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Bro, where the fuck did he go? Yo, Steezy, let's go. Mine. They're not. I gotta go. You gotta go. Come get your piece real quick.
That's a dog. That's a dog.
Next time, I gotta go to my car.
I think it's the other way, bro.
You sure?
Our car's the other way.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's that way.
I know you. Candy?
Candy. I don't got any cash on me, man.
Cash up in myself. Me too.
Yes. Yo, careful, man. Careful.
Kids selling candy on the street.
They say, can't go.
Both of us?
Well, I don't know about you, but maybe you can go. I can't go.
I'm not going. If you don't go, I'm not going.
Just go, bro.
Hell, I'm not going. Fuck that. You're not going.
Dude, I wonder if Myron has multiple sweaters that say "Let him cook" with the Cookie Monster thing, or if that is just the same sweater and he just never takes it off.
Well, I guess we're too much of a brand risk for the brand risk. Yeah, we're too much of a brand risk for the brand risk, guys. So, it is what it is. Yeah, we'll just desktop, bro. It's fine. No biggie.
No, I'll drop you off. I want to stay IRL.
Okay, you're gonna do IRL?
Yeah.
So there is a conversation that they do have in the car about this, and Sneako does tell Myron, he's like, look, man, I think the whole Cookie Monster sweater that you always wear everywhere, you know, is really kind of a bad look. You know, maybe you shouldn't wear that everywhere we go, because it kind of reflects on me if you're with me and stuff. And you know, the whole HH in the club is still fresh in everybody's minds and stuff. So yeah, I mean, all of the promotional things are anything like clubs and get-togethers, restaurants and stuff. They're all on alert to these guys are all blacklisted. But the Aiden Ross event, Clav is actually already in there already. So I guess the ban didn't extend to him in that sense.
Oh, we got to change the titles of the stream now.
I mean, that's crazy, bro. But whatever. It's cool.
Change the titles. Bro, but you know what was like extremely disrespectful? It was like making me wait out front for 30 minutes like that for no reason.
Yeah.
That is a huge...
Cook Benny, good point, man. You don't cook cookies, you bake them. That's true. That's very true. I don't think... Oh, and Myron doesn't cook, so he doesn't know that.
Humiliation ritual. They could have said that from the fucking jump. Yeah, Clav's calling me. Yo, Clav, what up? Steezy, come here.
Are you at brand risk?
They said I can't come in.
They said you can't come in?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'm here. I'm right outside. I just left.
You're bad?
Yeah. Security came up to me, said he can't come in.
Alright, let me see what I can do.
All right, thanks, bro.
Alright, peace.
Bye.
Kind of wild.
No. That's why I was also saying I thought it would be better if we went separately for this reason. I think that had an effect on it.
Nah, bro, they would have said no matter what.
You think so?
Yeah, because they specifically told you, oh, you can't go, so it wouldn't have mattered, bro.
You should still go, bro, if you can.
No, fuck no, I'm not going.
Dude, like, I'm just gonna drop you off. Like,
yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna go in there.
There's no point in doing that at a principle. You should go.
No, I'm not going, dude. I made my decision. I don't give a fuck. If you're not in there, I'm not going. I don't give a shit.
Well, I'm not asking you to do that. I think you should go. Like,
I'm not going.
There's no.
I made my decision. I'm not going.
Okay.
If they're not gonna let you in, I'm not going. Fuck that. Let's take the window.
You're saying W. I mean, it's not like he should go in.
I'm not going in.
I mean, like, I know you're doing this like out of a stance thing, but.
Nah, but it's principle, bro, and it's like.
I'm saying like, bro,
I'm not gonna go, bro.
Yeah, Myron's gonna be awkward anyway if he's there by himself.
I don't like for what, like, dude.
He doesn't like public outings anyway. He'd rather be with someone he knows. He doesn't want to go to things by himself. So
A lot of these dudes are like 50 IQ retard Twitch streamers. Like, I would only tolerate that bullshit if you're there. Like, if not, then fuck that shit, bro. I don't care.
Cabos, Myron is more loyal to his boys. It's very true, man. He said he can never be loyal to a woman, man. He's like, what's the point? But loyal to the men, absolutely.
It's all good, dude. As soon as he did that bullshit, I was like, yeah, I'm leaving too. Fuck them for them. It was probably someone else that made that decision. It probably wasn't even Aiden, to be honest with you. Someone from his team or something.
Cloud's coming. Let me see. Jeremy, thank you for the 10 gifted.
Still streaming after all of this. It's kind of funny how it just kind of reminds me of when there was like a streamer awards and it was like a Rumble event. And remember when Sneako was like, he was going really hard for Rumble. Like, he was wearing all the merch and everything like that. And he got invited to the event and he ended up having to sit in the stands like way back in like the nosebleed seats while the other like Aiden Ross, there was a couple other streamers that weren't really that big on Rumble, but they were just like kind of dabbling a little bit. They got invited and they got to be on stage and stuff, where you have Sneako that's going super hard for Rumble, promoting them and stuff, and they completely like put him in the stands with all the regular people. This kind of reminds me of that whole situation, how he kind of got the short end of the stick there. Whereas, like, you know, Clav is able to still go in and, you know, was able to go in no problem, but because the narrative is that Sneako is the one that played the song and the Tates made sure to make that a widespread message, you know, it put him on the radar.
Call Clav. He just called me. He said he's gonna figure it out. Let me see his stream. He's not doing anything.
Yeah, Clav is he's gonna enjoy the show, man. I mean, he's a 19, 20-year-old guy, man. He's like, look, well, they didn't let him in. I guess he's not coming, you know. That's it. I mean, he was already enjoying it. Consequences for your actions, man.
They're spamming in his chat. Helps you go.
Yo, thank you for the 50. Yeah, so thank you guys for sliding. You're telling me Aiden has no pull at his own event? He can't go outside. Just come in, guys, are with me. Dude, I literally flew to Nashville for the last event and commentated it. Like, I flew to the last one. I was a commentator on the last brand risk.
It obviously holds no weight. I mean, that was all before you guys decided to play HH in the club, man. I mean, if you guys didn't do that, it's a domino effect, man.
If I leave, don't be an easy lick. Okay, thank you for your security advice. You're acting like I don't have 2 guns in the car right now. But max respect, oh God is great. Yeah, it is. He is.
Yeah, I doubt it came from Aiden. He's doing commentary right now. It's probably someone from his team that said, nah, they can't.
He 100% sees the chat, and he knows.
Or you know what else it is? It's some of the Twitch streamers there are probably like, nah, don't let these guys in.
We could have said that beforehand. Thanks for the 10, Andre List, W Mind, Nick Sneako, appreciate it. Thanks for the 20. Sneako, if you need any help in the streets in New York City and Cali, we got your back. I mean that. Andrew is a rat. Thank you, bro.
So it's funny, like some of Sneako's audience is now starting to turn on Tate, and everybody, he's a rat, he's a snake. You got the short end of the stick. This is probably going to be the beginning of something that we're probably going to be seeing kind of reverberated throughout this whole manosphere red pill thing. I mean, I don't know where they go from here. I mean, I think they're probably going to just go their separate ways, probably not collaborate for a while. I mean, Myron and Sneako are probably still be on good terms, even though, the whole thing with Fresh being divided is going to cause a huge rift. It's in a mess right now. They're a total civil war, and I don't really see how this is going to end nice where everybody is happy. I don't think so. I think they're just shattered.
The HH shit, sure, but I think more than likely it's us, and we're both banned from Twitch. I think that's what it is. And then some of the Twitch guests there are probably freaking out, saying don't let them in because of that. Which honestly, I wouldn't even appear in any of their streams. I'd fucking put my head up, and he has his mask on. Like, I wouldn't even talk to them.
Aiden texted me. Yeah, Aiden thought I wasn't coming, so I think he told him or something.
And a little context to this is that before he left to go to this brand risk event, he said on stream that he didn't feel like going. So he said that to Aiden Ross. So Aiden Ross did not reserve a wristband for him and his camera guy, because he was just like, okay, if you're not coming, then that's fine, But it was because he said that and later changed his mind. That's why they're in this snafu right now.
Yeah, I did say yesterday I wasn't gonna go, but I thought it was an open invite regardless.
Yeah, he did say come through.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, like, I am here, so, but I think he's mad. Aiden's coming? Oh, he's not letting me in? Okay. Or2, thanks for the 10. I'll just leave. I don't want to make a fucking problem. Like I just... Alright, let me see. I'm
gonna fast forward this a little bit.
Assume that. Oh, that's why. Okay.
Me and David had spoken before. He told me, hey, yeah, whenever you want to come by, whatever. It's kind of like an open invite, like you were saying.
Yeah, true.
Because we know him, you know what I mean? So it's like, he's different.
Aiden's texting me. Now he's saying you can come. Let's go back in now? Alright, he's saying you can come. Let's do it.
Chat, I'm posting text so y'all can see. I make sure everyone's situated and good. I don't care. There's a lot of people in this building that don't fuck with each other. So ahead of time, I gotta know who doesn't fuck with each other, who comes in. I post a text showing you guys. Sneako told me he is not coming to Brand Risk. I would have had him at his own spot. I don't like when you guys do that in inconsistency. Okay? Look at those texts. He told me he was not coming. I'm on stream. I'm watching my fight. I'm at my event. I'm commentating. So now, how come I'm not looking at my phone? Obviously, because I'm watching this shit, my own event. That's not cool, bro. That's not cool. I put the text and shit, bro. I let Clav in this bitch. I let everyone in this bitch, bro. I don't ban anybody. Everybody's allowed to come to Brand Risk, but I don't fuck with that, bro. That's not cool. It's not cool at all. So I don't appreciate that, bro. Because if motherfuckers wanted to come, they could have said I'm coming. I don't like that shit. So sorry, guys. Chat, I'm gonna ignore you guys. Enjoy my event.
I think he's mad. Aiden's coming? Oh, he's not letting me in? Okay. Urtu, thanks for the 10. I'll just leave. I don't want to make a fucking problem. Like it doesn't know. Now Aiden said go in. He said go in. Bro, okay, I'll just say this. I think it's a misunderstanding. Like I did say yesterday I wasn't going to go. I was under the assumption that it was an open invite, you know? So I was saying I wasn't going to go. I didn't want to cause a problem. And then it seemed like there wasn't an issue, so I came. Maybe I didn't want to text either because I saw he was busy. So I just thought it would be, like if I showed up, it'd be okay. You know, I've commentated brand race before in Nashville and stuff. You know, I've been to all the events.
This is why you got to communicate, man. You can't just assume that everything's going to be okay, you know? That was a mistake on Sneako's part. That's why they fucked up.
So I didn't think that I would have needed to say beforehand. I thought it was assumed. But maybe I guess I shouldn't have assumed that. It was weird because the security guard was like, you guys hear what he said? He's like, you can't go. He said, yeah, you can't go in. I think you know why.
Oh, he just
yeah,
like that?
yeah. I was like, all right, fuck it. That was like a one sentence conversation. Hey, so I can bring. Who could I bring?
The camera guy only.
Okay, I'm also here with Myron, and Myron has a camera guy.
I have 2 wristbands. Or one, you and your camera guy.
What about Myron and his camera guy?
I gotta find another wristband for them.
Okay, how long would that take?
Give me a second. I'm gonna go up and check.
Thank you. All right, I think we can find one. You hear that?
See what happens.
Yo, Ag, I'm on stream.
Yo, Sneak. Are you outside?
No, I'm waiting for see if I can get Myron in. I can just call me.
Where y'all at?
I'm in the whip. I'm just waiting. They told me to. I don't know. I'm waiting on a wristband or something.
You need a wristband?
Yeah.
It's cool, bro. Like it's
yeah.
not that big
They're saying they can't. There's only 2.
Yeah, it's fine, bro.
Nah, it's all right. Let's go. I don't like it.
Bro, it's
fine. Let's go.
Yo, you're right there.
It's fine, let's go.
So now see how the tables have turned, and now the door has been opened for him, for Sneako, and Sneako's like, oh, I got to do the same thing because Myron was really he was going to not go because I couldn't go, and now I can go. I have to say I'm not going to go because of Myron. So, I mean, at least they're on equal footing on that point, you know, and that's kind of like, I understand now why he says this about Myron, that Myron is the only real friend that he's got, because, you know, Myron was willing to not go, but because Myron is an awkward person, he wouldn't go by himself anyway. He doesn't care about anybody else there, you know. Sneako, out of, you know, seeing that loyalty, he has to be loyal to Myron now.
Let's go.
So, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things, they didn't really miss much. I mean, that fight was crazy, like over in like 45 seconds, so they didn't miss much. I think that's it. Let's see. Okay, I think once they get back in the car, they're gonna talk about the whole Cookie Monster sweater. Let's get to that real quick.
Also, I don't think you should wear the Cookie Monster.
Bro, if they're gonna be,
I mean,
I'm not gonna say anything.
Like in general, I don't think you should wear that to an event like this. They were saying in the chat too, mine's gonna pull up with the Cookie Monster thing.
Of course I'll pull up with the Cookie
Bro, I mean, it's like, this is, if you're gonna be on camera, the people don't want to see like Holocaust jokes on their thingy, you know?
Dude, if they're too soft,
it's like, I know, but it's not really, is that really?
Like, I'm not changing. I'll wear what I want. I'll say what I want. I don't give a fuck what they think. And if they don't like it, they can go suck a dick, bro. I'm not changing for anybody.
I know, but now I can't, like, now
Go ahead, bro. I told you go
I know, man, but like, we pull up together. I know we pull up together. You wanted to.
I don't mind, dude. Like, I really don't. Like, you know, go.
But I know, but you say the thing like unified front, all this stuff, like it reflects on me. Like now people are going to associate me with that shirt and everything. It's just unnecessary.
I mean, asking Myron to change his clothes is a tall order, man. I mean, he's a minimalist for a reason. He doesn't like to change his clothes, and he really likes that Cookie Monster sweater because it's just I mean, it's just perfect for this entire week and how everything has gone down.
Because well, the thing is this: you change your shirt, then it's gonna be, oh, can you stop saying this? Oh, can you stop saying, like, bro, you can't give them an inch. You can't give them an inch. They're always gonna find something to complain about or cry about or call you. Fuck, man. I am not censoring myself for these fucking pussies, man. Look,
it's the same thing. Like when no, I'm not trying to blame. Bro, Myron, I'm not blaming your dog. I'm not blaming that. But it's the same thing. Like, bro,
it's irrelevant to this. It's completely irrelevant. They're just being fucking on YouTube, but they're just being
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They're just being cucks.
The way you're censoring yourself because I'm on YouTube is the same thing you can show for someone's business. If they have a brand risk event and they're trying to scale it up, same thing when you go on someone's platform, you don't say certain things.
The thing. If it was really, that's what it was.
I'm not saying. That's not my point.
They would have went up to you and said it, but they tried to say you can't go, and I'm like, I'm not going either. Fuck them. I don't care. Like, yeah, dude, we're not bending for these people, bro. Like, we're not bending for them. Do not bend for them, Steve, at all.
But do you understand the analogy?
How much you concede, no matter
See, that's the difference between Myron and Sneako is that, you know, Sneako likes to go out. He likes to experience things. He likes to meet people. He likes to collaborate. Whereas Myron, he does not like doing the whole going out thing and collaborating with new people. You know, he likes his circle small and he likes to kind of stay inside and make his own content and stuff. And, you know, having to step out of that comfort zone every once in a while to go and be a +1 with Sneako, it's like, yeah, they're going to be having all types of issues and in terms of not being able to go anywhere. And yeah, it doesn't really affect Myron that much because Myron loves to stay inside. That was something that he said, that he's like, look, only time I go outside is when I do the IRL debates. That's it, you know? And now, like, the ban is not going to really bother him too much, you know? So where it's going to affect Sneako, and Sneako's going to have to just probably not do much content with him outside because now in Miami is kind of off limits, you know, and he's going to see when he gets back to New York that a lot of parts of New York is going to be off limits as well.
What you concede and try to become more brand friendly.
But you're conceding right now that, like right now, bro, you're not seeing my point.
As an anti-Semite,
right.
They're always going to do it.
Myron, you see, the same way we're on YouTube and we're not saying certain words, it's the same thing when you go to somebody's event. That's all I'm saying. And I don't think it was the dog or the hoodie. But it's like when you go, you got to present yourself a certain.
YouTube is a big difference from a boxing event that's being run by one of your close friends. Big difference.
Is it's his business, my friend, and I wanted to succeed. Like we could present ourselves in a way so that it can succeed because them. And if you show up with a Cookie Monster shirt and in this stuff, then other Twitch streamers are not going to want to show up, and then it can't scale up. So we should show more loyalty to his business than YouTube because we know Aiden. I don't know the people at YouTube. We don't owe them loyalty. They banned me for 3 years. I want him to succeed, not the same way that I want YouTube to succeed.
Bro, just like those people are bitching about a song, it's a hoodie, bro.
Yeah, but it's at Aiden's event. People is not saying slurs on YouTube when you're going.
Because Sneako was already friends with. Aiden's already friends with you, knowing who you are, and what you've done before, and what comes with that. And it's YouTube at all.
This is not my stream. This is their choppy ass stream, just so you know.
To be clear, I don't think it was even Aiden that made that decision. It's probably someone below him.
So there you go. That's basically all I got for the rest of the evening. I do want to thank everybody for joining me. I want to say that, you know, this whole red pill thing, I don't take any, you know, advice from it. I just think it's hilarious how these guys continue to push the envelope and get themselves more banned. And it's just like, you guys can't go out to eat now. You guys can't go out Fresh can't go out and eat, and Fresh can't go out to network, you know? It's going to be a real tough time. I mean, if they really truly are banned from all of the hospitality restaurants and bars and stuff from all over, from Miami to California, to even New York, I think it's going to be a very difficult time that they're going to be having out there. So other than that, I do want to thank you guys for coming out. If you guys wouldn't mind, if you haven't liked the video, and if you guys, people that aren't subscribed to me, definitely subscribe to the video. I do these breakdown videos and reacting to whatever craziness happens in the week, and I will definitely see you guys on the next one. I hope you guys have a good night. We're going to be completely snowed in tomorrow. So I'm not going to be working tomorrow. And I think maybe Monday and Tuesday it's supposed to be in the teens in terms of temperature. So yeah, man, I'll definitely keep you guys updated, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So you guys have a good night and take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Can't fuss with one. Squad moves like a freight train. Streaming live Saturdays, no need for a campaign. Cook Benny in the chat, spitting heat uncontained. Haters lurking in the shadows, they ain't built for this terrain. Covers dropping gems, wisdom sharper than a blade. Exo Charles in the mix, got the whole game amazed. Taking souls for free, no invoice, no delays. Debating Sonic, spitting logic, making waves. Hustlers unite every Saturday night. We shine bright, got the spotlight in sight. Live stream flames, haters take fright. Chopping it with Hank, keep the vibe airtight. Commentary live, no script, just pure flair. Every bar a dagger, leaving doubters in despair. This ain't just a hustle, it's a kingdom we declare. Building brick by brick, we ain't folding under glare. Hank Russell in the cut, breaking bread, trading thoughts. While they talk trash, we strategize and plot. Every stream a canvas, every word a stroke of art. We out here taking names, pulling strings, playing smart. Hustlers unite every Saturday night. We shine bright, got the spotlight in sight. Live stream flames, haters take flight. Chopping it with Hank, keep the vibe airtight.